What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, and it's time for Super Geeked Up!
Yeah! How's it going? Woo!
Hey, all right, we're excited. Hey, everybody, my name is Jeff. Thank you very much for joining us for Super Geeked Up, your live geeky pop culture show. We talk zany, geeky topics, play super fun, geek-themed improv games. We're so glad you're joining us. I see a lot of people already in the live chat. Thank you, guys. You rock. I am joined, as always, from Sincere Sarcasm, my co-host, Fernandez.
Howdy, y'all.
Yeah.
Doing all right? Doing all right? Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Tom Baker. Good to see you.
Yeah. I'm Dickensian. I am not the doctor.
You're a scarf. I'm going to call you the doctor. That's more geeky.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I be K9?
Yes, you can. And we're excited to have some awesome guests with us. They are from the new fantasy movie Broken Swords, The Last in Line. We have the co-creator and director of the movie, Michael Babbitt.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. This sounds like fun.
And he is one of the actors in the movie. He plays Slab. It is Tom Gore.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. Welcome. Thanks, you guys, for being here.
As they
Thank you
throw
for having us.
I love it. Good timing. I love the timing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're drinking.
We're in sync. We're in sync that way. Yeah.
That's the only time.
All right, in the chat. Okay, so that's funny because our fans are so amazing that before we were getting going, they were already chatting away like crazy to themselves because they're awesome. So Jaloo3 just joined and said, "Wow, I missed an hour of chat." It did seem like that, I know, because there's so much chat already in there. You actually,
so they got to scroll back and catch up.
Yeah. So I think you got some of your, besides our awesome, lots of people are in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching, our normal fans. But I think you guys got some of your own people here in the chat. Alexander Finnegan says, Slab!
Oh, yeah, that's...
Alex, how you doing, buddy?
Alex was our special effects makeup artist.
Oh, all right. Well, that's as we get to your movie, because I watched it last night. That was one of my compliments on the special effects makeup.
Well, there you go. That's the man. Yep.
So good job, sir.
Yeah, he is the special effects guru.
Yeah, our other two makeup folks were Jill Cromwell. She was our key makeup artist, and Ariana Tysinger. So they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And they had their work cut out for him.
Alexander also yelled out your name in the chat, so you don't feel lonely there, Michael. And we have an Ansem Dumas who looks like he knows you guys too.
Who?
Ansem.
Ansem Dumas. It's like the Three Musketeers.
You mean handsome dumbass?
I really hope you know who that is. If you're
Dumas, like is in D-U-M-A-S?
Yeah,
Yes.
D-U-M-A-S.
D-U-M-A-S.
Do I know this? Do we know this person, Tom?
Maybe it's an alias on YouTube, but
that's not one I actually recognize. But
this person knows Alex too. It's me. It's okay. That's what
It's
me. So
it's me.
You know who
It's
that
me,
is.
Eagle.
Oh, man, is that Gio? Gio, are you handsome Dumas?
Don't tell him. You can just make him figure it out the whole show. All right. Anyway.
Torture.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Folks, we really appreciate it. We're going to do some geeky games. We're going to do superhero sound effects. We're going to do the Let's Geek It on dating game later in the show. We're also going to do SGU After Hours. I know we were doing it for free the last few weeks, but this is officially After Hours this week. So any of you patrons out there at the $3 level or above, at the end of the show, we're going to have a special stream just for you guys, After Hours. And Tom promised to get naked, he said.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's something. Wow.
That's the reason to support us right there.
I don't even know where to go with that. But I do want to say something, because you just said something that makes me want to geek out, because I've got to say, reading the website and listening to some other things and reading some other things about you guys, every time somebody uses the acronym SGU, you got to know what I think about.
You think of Stargate Universe.
Stargate Universe. Yes, and I'm like SGU? What is this? Why are they talking about Stargate? And it took me several times to read that to go, oh my God, super geeked up. I'm such an idiot. So
no, it's totally fine.
That's a total geek thing. Yeah. Total geek thing.
Yeah.
Richard Dean Anderson. We need to get Richard Dean Anderson on the show so you can you really confuse people.
Great, yeah.
SGO on SGU.
That would be amazing, actually. That would be amazing. I would love that. SGU and SGU.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
All right, Ariella just joined us. Oh, Lizzie says, "Ooh, After Hours." Yeah, that's right. Tammy just joined Patreon tonight.
Woo!
Oh my God, thank you, Tammy. So we just started. I haven't seen that yet. Thank you, Tammy. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna shout you guys out later. I'm gonna add Tammy to my list here of people to
Yeah.
all the new Patreons.
Well, we'll give thanks to Tammy right now. Tammy, live on the air. Thank you for signing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does the name General Alexis mean anything to you?
Oh, that is
That's
Gio.
That's you.
Is that Hanson Dumas?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's Gio. I thought I
Solved the
recognized
mystery.
it. I was like, I've seen that handle before. I know that handle from somewhere. Yeah. He will cause trouble, so be careful of that one.
Oh, well, we're all about the trouble here. So,
Yeah. Tammy says we love our SGU and Fref. So Michael and Tom, that's Francis and my ship name that the audience came up with. It's Fref.
Is it ship name?
Ship.
Yeah.
So like
relationship.
They do
Like
it. People come up
like
with
a
that.
boat or a starship?
Oh, you mean like Brangelina?
Yes.
Like
Brangelina.
yeah, Brangelina and what was? Yeah, I was just talking to somebody else about that stuff today.
A lot of characters they come up with ship names in stories now, like TV shows where they like the characters they'll come up with ship names.
Yeah.
Ref, I like that.
Yeah.
Ref.
All right. And then Listener's Mate says, yes, we have gotten a lot of people from the Stargate franchise to become fans of Super Geeked Up. I wish that was true. That would be great if you have. That'd be amazing.
They like the guest on here, you know.
Yeah. Let's give a.
We have had a guest actually on David Nichol, who plays Anatoly on Arrow, but he was on Stargate Atlantis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
David Nichol.
Yeah.
Anatoly. Well, I hate to say this, but I don't watch Arrow.
That's fine.
So who was he in Stargate Atlantis? Because I did watch Stargate Atlantis.
But he was like the not the main scientist dude who was annoying everybody, who I think was the best character on that whole show. But the guy, the other scientist.
I loved that character.
Yeah. No, he was my favorite. But the other scientist who he was a
no, that's
role,
what I'm talking about. The other scientist,
like the
that
Russian type scientist. Yeah.
I love that character.
That's him. That
was one of my favorite characters on the show. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
He was great. He was a super cool guy.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you guys did have SGU on SGU.
Yes.
I mean, technically it was on our DC Action Hour show, but it's still part of the Super Geeked Up umbrella. So yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Totally fits. It totally works.
Yeah.
Linka.
Sell it.
Yeah, I will. All right. And Craig just reminded me in the chat we had Nana Visitor from Deep Space Nine. Yes, we did. She was fantastic.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
You're kidding. Yeah. That's nice. Very nice.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Okay, so by the way, Shelley Rudder says, I'm only here to watch my older brother Michael Babbitt. For those who haven't seen his movie, you should watch it. It's extremely fantastic, and not because he's my brother.
That's my sister. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Shelley.
Absolutely. There's no bias there.
Not a bit.
Come on now.
Not biased at all.
Although funny story. Okay, none of these people that have seen the movie actually were given copies of the movie by me, because I didn't even get any copies of this movie. Okay, so I had the 5 copies that I own. I had to go out and buy myself, because I still haven't. The distribution house still has not sent me copies of my own damn movie.
Wow.
What is up with that?
They want you for it.
I feel kind of bad when I talk about because people will say, hey, can you draw me a copy? Like Tom, even the actors had to go buy their own copy.
Tom, hold it closer to your face.
I had to buy this.
Hold it closer to your face, man. Yeah.
It's blurred out.
You have the blurry background. You have the blurry background.
The distributor has hacked our thing and blurred your thing out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So nobody got free copies of this. Not even the director. Okay, so not even the executive producer. So it's kind of funny. Oh, there now. Why is it?
That's really clear. That's good. Yeah, Broken Swords. We're going to talk about Broken Swords later in the show, folks, for sure. And we're going to get our first geeky question in a minute. But in the chat, Rachel says, "I remember Nana. I love her. That was my first Super Geeked Up episode." Oh, I didn't know that, Rachel. That's great. Wow, what a great episode to come into when Nana Visitor was on.
Yeah, that's.
And then Blue says, "But is Kira greater than or less than Dax?" That is a very tough decision, which I would have to do a whole show on to debate that, I feel. But
you see, but apparently bought it from Walmart. So you have sold a copy.
Yes.
Oh no, we don't. Yeah, we know we've sold some copies, but
no, he just said none of the got his copy.
None of the copies out there were actually given to anybody free unless somebody else bought it and gave it to somebody, because I haven't gotten any to hand out to anybody.
Yeah.
And I owe some Indiegogo folks Blu-ray discs, and I've been trying to get them because it's the only thing that we haven't finished with that whole campaign, which was done to help with post-production. But
Absolutely. Victor saying, so are you saying I have to buy the movie? Well, Victor, you can buy it, but you can also go to Amazon and rent it as well. You get to rent it.
Yeah.
You can rent or buy on there if you like.
it's available
I did last night.
video on demand.
I did on
Out
Amazon
in
last
West
night.
Virginia, there's still a Blockbuster, and you can still go to that Blockbuster
Holy
video
shit.
and rent VHS and DVDs.
And
Anything from
is Broken there? Is Broken
$19.99 and
Source
prior.
there?
Wow.
I don't know. I haven't been to West
I would
Virginia.
really, Michael, can you put it on VHS,
I doubt that
please?
I doubt they're carrying.
I would like you to put your movie on VHS and have it in that Blockbuster.
Okay, VHS. We'll get on that. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll make that happen.
I've actually still got an old VHS player, so maybe I can rig it up and transfer it over from the Blu-ray player.
So we have a former guest who was on 2 weeks ago, James Cox from the movie Hacked. He says, I feel your pain. I've bought more copies of my film from Amazon and Walmart than from my distribution.
Yeah, nobody understands. I know, and it's like you're putting money in your own pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you pay yourself? Can you claim yourself on taxes that way?
I don't know.
It's a business expense.
Yeah, you can probably claim. You can claim the Blu-rays as a business expense.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. But yeah.
All right. Let's go on. Now the Crotch is asking about Laserdisc. All right. So anyway, well, sure. They'll put it on everything, man.
Laserdisc was awesome.
Like, if I can get them on reel, that'd be great.
Get it on Betamax.
Please.
I actually had a friend who was really into Laserdiscs when they came out, and had he probably still has them too, because this is one of those kind of people. He had like Blade Runner on Laserdisc.
Oh, sure.
The ones you used to flip
Had a
over.
whole milk crate. Dude had a whole milk crate full of laser discs right next to his LPs, his records. It was
crazy.
Nice.
But are the size of records, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Francis, let's start off with our first super geeky question of the day. What is that?
All right. Well, if you're looking for a rocket projectile, RPG movie,
Yeah, a role-playing game, not
playing game,
not a rocket projectile.
A rocket project.
rocket propelled grenade.
Rocket
Yes.
projectile.
Or a role-playing game. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this?
Well, either one can be explosive.
Yeah. So
True.
if you're
If
looking
done
for
right.
a role-playing game that you'd like to see turn into a movie or TV show, we ask you out there, what would you like it to be?
Yes, and folks, it can be a tabletop RPG or a video game RPG, whatever you like. But which one would you like to see? I know some of them have already been turned into one, and actually, the RPG Tales from the Loop, which is a really good tabletop, just went up on Amazon last week as a show.
Oh, that's right. That's the show it's getting a lot of buzz too, right?
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of things about it. Yeah.
So which one that has not yet been made into a movie or show? What RPG would you guys like to see made into one? Put your answers in the chat. We will share them. We want to hear you guys. But Michael, we will start with you.
Well, okay. Here's where the contrarian side of me comes out, because I'm actually not a fan of translating games into films, because it's a completely different medium and it's virtually impossible to capture the feel of a game. Now, feel of a game with the feel of like the feel of a movie. However, game worlds. That's something I could see, a game world. And unfortunately, one of the game worlds that I really used to love way back in the day, I mean, it's still around, but they actually did. It's not officially a movie in this world, but the world of Shadowrun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
James Cox just said that in the chat. Same thing.
Yeah, because Bright just came out like a year and a half ago or so. Have you seen that? I've seen it.
It's close. It's very close.
It is so blatantly, except it doesn't have quite as much of the. You don't see as much of the magic involved in it as much in that. So they left out a little bit, but there's still hints that that's there. It was so much like Shadowrun. I was like, how are they getting away with this? But that said, I would love to see something like Shadowrun
All right. Yeah.
as a game world.
I think Shadowrun is a great.
I'd like to see a film made with a story set in that game world, as opposed to what a lot of. I mean, we can go back to the old D&D movies. I'm sure most of us have seen those. And one of my big problems with game adaptations is the fact that people try to adhere too much to the actual game itself, and it's a completely different medium. And I don't think you can. I don't think you can. There are some things you're going to have to give up from one to the other, and I think it gets them in a lot of trouble. And when they stay too adhered to the game, like the D&D movies, the very first one, I remember seeing this and thinking to myself, "This is somebody who played D&D way too much that made this movie, because they want you to be able to tell when people rolled dice and that this character was a 5th level fighter and a 7th level magic user, and they wanted you to be able to actually pick that out, and it didn't make the story. So the story is not any good at all, because
it's very clunky.
It's very clunky. So game worlds, I think, are really, really tough to do. That was a really tough question. So.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for the
answer. Now somebody lift everything back up.
Well, let me go to the chat here. And by the way, folks, I'm sorry. I know on your screen, Michael and Tom's or Skypes are kind of jumping around in size. Unfortunately, I cannot control that. Just this happens sometimes. But they can see in here. You don't worry about that. You're just kind of, you're kind of varying in your size of your windows. It's just something that happens occasionally, technically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have an answer for it. Like last week, it didn't happen at all, and this week it is. So.
Oh, wild!
It is.
Wow.
They're seeing that on the YouTube end. You're saying?
Yeah.
You just
okay. Because I don't see it anything shifting around like that.
Yeah, you guys look crystal clear.
Yeah, on you guys end, it's fine. All right. Anyway, in the chat here, let me see what people are saying. A lot of answers here. Victor Snyder said Rogue Trader from the Warhammer 40K world. Awesome. I've actually played Warhammer, but nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Tom's all about that.
I'm all about that one. That was totally my answer.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Yeah, they get this one out. It's not sanctioned. It's not canon. It's called Astartes. It's out on the YouTube. It's a fan film, independent, but it's done with such crystal clear resolution. It gets you immersed right in the world, and you can develop so many stories. I'm waiting for Games Workshop to come after him and sue him like Walt Disney does.
Well, if it's a fan film, they might just say don't try to make money off of it.
Yeah, too late.
Also, let's see here. Jaloo3 says Rift's take on Robotech. All right, very nice.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes.
Let's see here. Oh my God, I just lost the thing here.
An old Palladium fan there. I see.
Yeah. Ariella says they had a D&D movie, but does anyone agree on an updated version? And Rachel says a remake of D&D. The movie sucked. There's actually been a few, as Michael said, a few D&D movies. I don't think any of them have really been very good. Although I did, as a kid, like the Jeremy Irons, Justin Whalen one.
That's the first one.
Was it the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
I kind of enjoyed that as a kid or teen, actually. Rewatching
Jeff. No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine, dude. It's totally fine. I'm just kidding.
Well, here's the thing. Rewatching it, I was like, this is not as good. But like, or recently, but different ages when you watch things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ansem says action version of Final Fantasy. Any one of the Final Fantasy series he would like to see. Any of the Dragon Warrior games, the Dragon Quest games, and Corona.
Oh my God, Dragon Quest! Somebody just brought up Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Well, are you talking about the tabletop game? That
video game.
There was a tabletop game in the late '70s that came out as D&D right after D&D had come out. It's like one of the really first RPGs ever made. Dragon Quest. That's what I thought they were might have been talking about. I told you I can pull out some old school geek. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's great.
And they did make a Final Fantasy VII movie, and it was unimaginative. It was just exactly like the game, shot for shot, scene for scene, and it was it had so much potential and bottomed out.
Aw.
Yeah, you mean Advent Children? Yeah, that wasn't very good, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Let's see here. Let's see. So many chats are coming at once here. Necronia says, well, we can't talk D&D without the epic, amazing Tom Hanks film Mazes and Monsters. I don't know that.
Well,
you've never seen Mazes
that was one of his early movies.
It's It was at the height of the satanic panic craze when everybody thought D&D was making kids turn to Satan and stuff like that. So it's about this kid who basically goes nuts and
it turns away from being a D&D movie and turns it more into a mental health issue movie.
Yeah. It's like mid to early 80s. Like
it's very sad. Somewhere. It's before Splash.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right.
So Lizzie says the Golden Girls game, collecting cheesecakes, going on dates, saving Sophia.
Sure.
That's great.
Why not?
Actually, Lizzie, there actually is a game with the Golden Girls that's been recently. It's a pop game. So it's the pop Golden Girls figures as a game. And you can have them fight against Harry Potter ones and Batman ones and stuff like that.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they're called. Yeah, and it's a Funko Pop strategy games. They're out now.
But it's based around being a Golden Girl.
Well, not. I mean, they've selected like the ones they released are DC ones, Harry Potter ones, and Golden Girls.
Oh, okay. And man, they should have based it all around the Golden Girls being the heroes of the whole thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
I wish they
freaking amazing.
I used to
Arthur whoop all their asses.
That would have been great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, let's see here. All right. Well, anyway, Ansem had said, by the way, that Michael is definitely Debbie Downer. We need someone to be an Ellie Ecstasy. All right. So here we go. All right. So I'll try to bring us up here. So a lot of my choices are actually video game RPGs. That's what I played a lot of before I got into tabletop. Some of these are in the works, but they've never actually happened yet.
Oh no, your voice. You went to deep voice again.
Oh.
You're right there.
He knows what's going on, but yeah, every once in a while.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is voice okay?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, sorry. I have to unplug the mic, put it back in, and then it takes a minute when that happens.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's weird.
All
I don't
right.
know why it happens. Anyway.
So you were saying?
Yes, I was saying. All right, so mine are. I'm going to start with some video game RPGs I would love to see into movies, and I know some of these have been talked about, but they haven't happened yet. First one is big one is Mass Effect for sure.
Sure.
Ooh.
Mass Effect is.
Yes.
Now, some people say, and I actually agree with this, to be honest with you, that it doesn't need to be made in a movie because it already is a movie in itself, really, the trilogy, if you think of that as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But maybe, again, if you take, like Michael's saying, the world of Mass Effect, I think you can still do a lot of cool stuff with that for sure. It's an epic sci-fi universe. Another BioWare game that's made by BioWare, it says Dragon Age, which is like the fantasy equivalent of Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. And it's a great game.
Absolutely. So it's another awesome trilogy there. Chris said, sorry about that, Jeff. Oh, Chris, I don't think you did it. You didn't mess up my microphone. It's okay. But thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Tammy had said Super Golden Girls. Yes, that's what the game should be called. You're right. All right, so let's see. By the way, I almost forgot. Earlier, Rachel had said Gears of War. She knows it's not an RPG, but she would love a Gears of War. I'm actually surprised there is not a Gears of War movie, to be honest with you, which is a big franchise from
Yeah,
Microsoft.
that's huge. I mean, I don't even know if I've ever heard anybody talking about making one.
Well, they just pulled in Dave Bautista to do screen grab, motion capture in the latest Gears of War game, so it might go to movie now.
Oh, nice. All right.
All right, there you go. Cool. And Craig says Halo, which of course that's another big one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's slow hanging fruit.
One more.
Nobody's going to bring up Legend of Zelda?
Oh,
There
yeah.
hasn't been a Zelda movie. You're right, has there?
No.
That's crazy that there hasn't been.
That's because the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Well, that should have just have them make it totally because it was so successful.
Oh, yeah. Starring
You need
Bob
to work on your sarcasm filter.
John. Oh, sure.
More than likely, it has something to do with rights.
Let's see here. Sorry. Oh, Alexander Finnegan says, I'd be interested in a Nier Automata movie and the Bard's Tale. Nier Automata is a great
My
game.
God, the Bard's Tale.
That game, the Bard's Tale.
The Bard's Tale.
Yeah.
How do you make that into a movie? Oh my God, that would be so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that'd be
God.
great.
Drugs.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Drugs.
that would be like yeah, that would be an over the top sort of oh my God, that would be really funny. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Let's see here. Rachel says Far Cry franchise. I know there was a foreign Far Cry movie, but it sucked. Oh, I didn't know they made one.
I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Listeners
They
made
were in talks with that.
There was
What's that?
They were in talks for a live-action Far Cry movie.
Oh really?
I don't know what came of it. The talent they were looking for all said no. For some reason, one way or another. I'm not sure why, but it's still on a shelf somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of these video game ones are like in like development hell.
I just think video game movies are. I mean, did somebody say Sonic earlier?
No, but you
was
made
great.
Lizzie Hedgehog very happy in the chat because that's her favorite thing ever, I'm sure.
I know, but I mean, look at the flack and backlash and stuff that movie got. I mean, video games are a really tough, tough
Oh yeah.
Very
movie.
tough.
The Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah, I mean, and I actually saw that Tomb Raider movie, and the one with the newest one with Alicia Vikander. Vikander?
I haven't seen that one yet.
Vikander, yeah. It's actually not bad.
It
It's
isn't.
not great, but it's not bad. I certainly liked it better than the other two Tomb Raider movies.
Oh, the Angelina Jolie ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
really. I never really cared for those at all.
They were trying too hard to be
Lizzie-
something else.
Lizzie says, "Hey, Sonic was good. I know she loves Sonic. I don't think Michael was saying it was bad necessarily. I think he was
No, I
saying he was
wasn't.
getting some backlash early on from
I
before
liked it.
came out, right? I think is what you're saying.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I saw it.
I've actually only heard really good things about it from people.
I'm
Yeah,
glad they retooled Sonic.
Yeah. Where they got rid of that incredibly.
And okay. Wait a minute. Hold on, just a second, because I want to bring up why it's so tough to do video game movies. If they had not they didn't change the story. If they had not retooled Sonic, would you have enjoyed it any less? And isn't it kind of silly if you say yes?
I am silly.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
have.
am silly.
Wouldn't have watched.
Right,
it
right,
until-
So what was the? I actually don't even know because people didn't like how Sonic looked at first. Is that the deal?
Yeah. And there was this huge outcry about it. I used to work at a day job. I got laid off because of something, but I used to work at a theater, and so I was working at the theaters when it came out, and the couple of months before it, when the big huge, because they retooled it, took like 6 months to retool it. It was supposed to come out 6 months earlier than it actually did. There's a huge backlash over the way the character looked that everybody just outcried about. They didn't change anything else in the movie though,
No.
and people are saying they enjoyed the movie. Would
Yeah.
they enjoy it? And would you enjoy it less if somebody else's idea? Your R2D2, you're seeing it now too, aren't you?
Oh,
You're seeing it too, aren't you?
R2 is trying to break through the fuzz. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
There he
he's
is.
like coming into focus. The algorithm is going, I see R2D2 like a force.
All right, because we got a lot more stuff to do in the show.
Yeah,
let me
but
let me just.
That's why video games are tough to do as movies.
Yeah, no, they're super tough. I agree.
Mhm.
And
Mortal Kombat!
I like that one. Listener's Mate says, "Isn't Settlers of Catan an RPG? There should be a movie based on that game." Ansem says, "Anyone a fan of the Star Ocean series? I am, sir. I'm glad that you brought that up. That could work.
Wait a minute. Okay. What series?
Star Ocean. It's a video game RPG series.
I do not know that, and I am embarrassed to say that.
That's fine. That's okay.
Star Ocean? I'll
Star
look that
Ocean,
one
yeah,
up
they
later.
made a lot of Star Ocean games.
Okay.
Not all of them have actually been over here in the U.S. though. Been released, I don't think. Let's see. We got Smash Brothers. Some other people are saying Animal Crossing.
Man,
Oh
Smash
my
Brothers.
God.
Isn't that the one where they have different characters from different
Right.
video games?
It's all
That would be-
Nintendo characters.
Man,
generally,
that
like
would be a
fighting.
legal nightmare.
It's the Roger Rabbit of the video game world, really.
Yes.
Not gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be
all right. So let's Tom, do you have any other answers that we haven't already covered yet for RPG?
Nope. You got me.
All right. I almost forgot. My one last one, and then I'll go to Francis. My one last one is a fairly recent game. It's in the BioWare style of RPGs, which I love because BioWare is not doing that as much anymore. This is from a more independent company called Spiders. It's called Greedfall. It's a role-playing game set in like a Renaissance-esque fantasy world, so think late 17th, early 18th century type looking thing. And it's amazing, and I'm playing it right now. It's one of their RPGs I've enjoyed the most. Anyway, I think that could make it really cool.
And it's called
Nice.
Greedfall, like greed is.
Greedfall.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's
it's
two I gotta
totally
look up
It's a totally their own world they created, and it's great. Francis, do you have anything we haven't talked about yet?
Just one. I'm a little surprised they haven't made a mainstream movie of this. Apparently, they did make one in 2005, but didn't really quite get any traction. But it's Call of Cthulhu. How did that never make?
Oh my god, dude. Well, can I plug something? Can I take a moment to plug something since this is related to movies and RPGs? The writer of Broken Swords, The Last Line, and myself, we also have another film right now that's in the hands of some LA producers that's trying to be that they're trying to get produced that would actually shoot in China, and it's heavily influenced by Lovecraft's mythos.
Oh.
So it's not specifically Call of Cthulhu as in the game, but oh my god, oh my! Have you? There's so many good small call. Have you seen the black and white Call of Cthulhu film that they shot it? It's like 15 minutes long, and this came out in like 2005, 2006. Is this the one you're talking about?
The one I was talking about. Yeah.
Dude, it's great.
So not Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, but
No,
it's not a major picture, you know.
Yeah. But there's so many other things, and now that Lovecraft's work is now in the public domain, you're starting to see it creep into stuff. All the True Detective, Stranger Things references to Lovecraft. Yeah. So that has got to be coming. The ideal thing would be Guillermo del Toro's In the Mountains of Madness.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's been on the boards. He's been trying to get that made for like 15 years.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Now you're totally geeking me out.
Mission accomplished.
I love Lovecraft's stuff. Oh my god, yeah. And I played Call of Cthulhu all the way back. Danny Peterson.
All right, that's good. Yeah, good, Francis. You're right. I am surprised they haven't done more of that.
Yeah, that's
all right.
That one got it right on the nose.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. That's good. That was great. Every great suggestion in the chat, folks. Lots of awesome games we talked about that can be made into movies or shows. All right, let's go into our first geeky improv game of the night. This is called Superhero Sound Effects. Michael's really excited about this.
Woo!
So, all right, first off, actually, we're gonna need your help in the chat. Let me get you started in the chat right now, and then I'll explain the game. We need suggestions for made-up superheroes, not real superheroes, but ones that you're just gonna make up kooky-sounding names for these superheroes. They can be as ridiculous as you want. The more ridiculous, the better. Usually in this game.
Yeah.
Now, I and Michael are going to play two of those superheroes that you guys suggest. Francis and Tom will provide the sound effects for the scene we're going to do. This is called Superhero Sound Effects. It's a really fun game. We're also going to need a kooky crisis from you guys in the chat.
Oh boy!
So Jalou says Rescue Rangers. So those are actually real.
Oh, yeah, they're real.
Well, real I know they're fictional, like real fictional people.
Yeah.
I love the Rescue Rangers. They're great. We actually 2 weeks ago. That's right. James sang the Rescue Rangers song, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
Right, and I did too. And then you and Mark's wimped out. All right.
We did out. We didn't sing anything.
No, you did not. So, Rachel, we got some suggestions already. I'm going to just read them off, and Michael, you can decide who you want to be.
All right.
All right. Rachel says Fartmaster, Nicodius, Lady Face Slap, Alexander, Fiberman, Jalou, Gadget, Hack Wrench.
Oh no, that's that's Rescue Rangers.
Oh,
yeah,
well, Gadget. What's the Hack Wrench part?
That's her last name.
It's his last name.
I didn't know Gadget had a last name.
Gadget has a last name. Yes.
Wow,
that's her
I
name.
never knew that. I just knew it was Gadget.
I don't know what Rescue Rangers
Thank
is,
you,
so
Lou.
Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. It was a Disney cartoon.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale was a
But
Disney
Jalou is
cartoon.
actually only saying Rescue Rangers characters. Monterey Jack, like he really wants Rescue
He,
Rangers.
he wants Rescue Rangers, big time.
Anyway, Tammy says,
Hey.
really big sword guy. Necrodius, Lysol Man, Ansem, Mr. Nightlight, James, the one-armed warrior, Craig, Captain Giggles, Listeners made the tiny little small one, Tammy, Metal Bikini Girl,
Metal
like Princess
Bikini
Leia.
Girl.
Metal Bikini Girl.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
that's totally Michael. I mean, I
That's
just, when I imagine
that's
a Metal
totally
Bikini,
me. Wait a minute.
I imagine
Hey,
Michael.
I've got my headphones on. They, they kind of look right, a little bit right. If I
Like
do
the
this
buns.
right.
All right, are there any of those that you liked, Michael?
How about what was the?
Okay, here's a new one. Rachel says, of course, Rachel says this one, the crotch detector.
Okay, I'll be the crotch detector. I'll go with the crotch detector.
The Crotch Detector it is.
Yeah. I'll go with that. Who's my sound effects partner?
So Tom is gonna do your sound effects.
Okay. All right.
You know, hey, if you're not gonna take it, then fine. I'm gonna be Metal Bikini Girl.
All right. Wait a minute. Crotch detector and metal bikini girl?
What? Look, it's a perfect pairing.
There's
Yeah.
preparing.
This is going nowhere good.
Oh no! This is
Not even.
All right, we're sorry in advance, folks. But in the
you're
chat,
welcome.
in
Yeah.
the chat, give us a kooky sounding crisis. What do the crotch detector and Metal Bikini Girl have to? What kind of crisis do they have to solve in this city?
And it can't involve STDs.
Now that's what we're gonna get. Because you
I know.
said that.
Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are.
All right, and then let's see. Tom is gonna do them for you. Francis will do the sound effects for me.
hmm
Yep.
A world of metal crotches, says Praetorian.
says Rachel. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, let's see if we get some more suggestions here for a crisis. We need a crisis for metal Bikini Girl and crotch detector, right? Is that
Crotch,
it? Crotch
crotch
detector.
detector.
Yes, crotch
Yeah.
detector. I wrote down the crotch director.
Crotch. Well,
Well,
some people might say that about me too. I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so Chris says there's a shortage of Easter candy. Victor. Bikini waxers are being kidnapped.
Hmm.
That would Jalou, there's a shortage of toilet paper. I think bikini waxers being kidnapped is appropriate for this one.
And all the sand was taken away from the beaches and replaced with oatmeal by a lizard's mate.
That's right.
By a lizard man?
Generic lizard man.
No, listener's mate is the name of the viewer.
Oh!
Lizard man.
It's the name of the viewer. Okay, I'm
Please
sorry.
don't call our viewers lizards.
No, that was not my intention.
Oh no, Rachel just said they have to make sure every crotch is registered in the census. God.
Oh, that's good. No, that's good. That's good. Door to door. That's great. That's great.
That's pretty good.
Okay, well, wait a minute. We kind of need a third. Well,
Yeah, okay. That's fine. No, you know what? We can just if there's another person, either
Oh,
Tom or Francis can be the
Yeah,
voice.
we got that.
Okay,
we
all
got
right,
a third.
well,
We got.
all right. So we'll need somebody to do the third person when we go door to door because census should go to door to door. So we're partners in this journey.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So we got
metal bikini lady.
Metal Bikini Girl and the crotch detector.
The crotch.
They have to. They're making sure every crotch is registered in the census, and I'm also going to work in that. We believe bikini waxers are being kidnapped, so we're going to try to find that out as we do the census as well.
Okay.
As a result of the as a result of the census, you're finding out.
Okay.
Right. All right.
Okay.
So that's Michael is the crotch detector. Tom will do the sound effects for him. I am the Bikini Girl. Francis will do sound effects for me.
Sean, if you're listening to this, I'm coming for you for recommending me for this.
I got your back, Sean. I got your back.
Yes. Thank you, Rachel. She says door-to-door crotch checking. Yep. Thank you, Rachel, for that amazing suggestion, and everybody else as well, and Victor as well. All right. Let's take it away.
All right, I'm going to.
Oh, crotch detector. Listen, I heard that there are all these bikini waxers are being kidnapped. obviously the best thing to do is to go take a census and find out what's happening.
I think that's probably a good thing to do. We should do that right now.
All right, good. Do you have your papers and can you ruffle your papers really loudly for me and make sure we have them?
Yes, I have them right here. See?
Oh, okay. That was a very low ruffling
That's
of papers.
not what it sounds. That's not what it sounds like I'm doing.
Oh, there you go. That's very good. Okay, good.
Oh.
Listen,
So-
I'm going to go up and I'm going to ring this doorbell.
Be careful. Be careful. I'm sensing something.
Hello? Yes? Hi. Hi. People?
I'm sensing, and how do I sense these things? I sniff.
Why are you sniffing my crotch? I don't understand. What are you doing? Why? Why are you sniffing?
All right.
I detect 2 other crotches in the room too.
Oh yes, that's my wife and her brother. Wife, brother, come over here. Yes, hello. Are you here to smell my crotch? I don't like this whole thing at all. No, not at all.
Listen, ma'am, it's okay. We're professional crotch sniffers. All
I
right?
like your bikini, miss. You're so nice with your bikini.
Oh, thank
I
you.
am a business crotch.
It's really
sniffer. I don't know
it's
if
metal,
I'm
so it
a
really
geek
clangs
girl.
around when I move, though. Look, let me do this. Oh, I'm sorry. I was actually shooting like some bullets at you. Watch out.
Pew, pow, pew, pew, pow.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Thanks
we
for
need to find. Do you know what happened? Have you seen any bikini waxers?
No, bikini whackers here. I don't know what that means, but you're scaring me. Goodbye.
Oh, crotch detector. They just slammed the door in our face. That was very rude.
Well, at least we've done our part. I know there were 3 crotches in the room, so we can mark those down.
Okay, that was excellent. I hope you also know the age of the crotches, because I think that's important in the census.
47, 36, and 12.
Oh, excellent. Good.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have included the 12-year-old.
No, you meant 21, I think.
I meant 21. I meant 21.
That's 21.
I meant 21. That was unfortunate.
All right, look. Oh my God, look.
That's some damn good cool.
There's a very loud garbage truck going by, and I see a bunch of bikini waxers being kidnapped.
We have to stop that. You can't let the bikini waxers be kidnapped. How else would you fit your chainmail?
The bikini waxers are yelling.
Help me! I'm over here! Help!
Oh, the bikini waxers are old women, old ladies, of course. We have to help them.
Help me!
Crotch
Help
detector,
me!
do you have
You
a
must
vehicle?
rescue me!
Do you have a vehicle we can use?
I have my moped is right over here.
Okay, great. I'll
We
get
need
on.
to be
That-
rescued.
I'm-
We're
that'll
gonna
probably change
we're
the
gonna
bikini,
run-
but that's
we're
okay.
gonna We're gonna run to the moped. So
All right, here we
papers
go.
and
Let's run.
papers and chainmail.
Ouch, ouch, this bikini is hurts when I run.
Now I'm getting on the moped. I'll get on the moped. I'm starting it up right now. I'm turning the key.
All right, listen, this is no time to be doing blowjobs. We have to start the motorcycle.
Maybe if you get back and push.
Okay, yes, I will push your moped. I'm going to use all my strength. And
You must work up. You must
oh
have
my
good
God, my
stuff
bikini just
wearing
got
that
whipped
chainmail.
off by the exhaust of your moped.
Dear, Metal Bikini Date is naked now. Let's go watch.
Oh, now you come back out. Now you don't slam the door in her face.
Well, and I think the garbage truck has stopped.
You're
they're not
right.
trying
This
to
is a good diversion.
Yes,
You
because
you go capture them while I divert them with my large boobs.
I'll let you dance. I'll let you dance, and I'll run around in the back and sniff out all of them.
I need some good dancing music.
Let's try and wax this truck. It's not working.
I can smell 12 of them in the back of the truck. I'm going to open it now.
Oh my God, all this garbage is pouring out along with the old lady bikini waxers. Listen, ladies, are you okay?
Your breasts are magnificent.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. I work really hard on them.
We need to get them cleaned up. None of their crotches smell right.
Okay, listen. I'm going to grab this fire hose that they're just laying around here, and I'm just going to spray them with it.
That'll clean them well.
Squirt, 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 squirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually a squirt gun. I'm just going to squirt them. It's going to take like an hour, but I'll eventually get them clean.
Oh, are those sirens I hear? Are the police finally coming?
Oh, the police. Thank God you're here. While you enjoy my breasts, please help these ladies out.
Man, we're going to have you come with us downtown.
I'm going to take these papers, hide your breasts. They're so attractive.
Oh, thank you. What a gentleman. I really appreciate that. Yes, I really have to crinkle these into my boobs really hard. I don't know why, but I must form them to the shape of my breasts. All right, listen. I think we saved the day, right? Good job.
We did save the day. I think we saved
Good job, Crotch Director.
Totally saved the day.
Good job to you too, Metal Bikini Girl.
All right, thank you.
We make an excellent team.
And scene.
Wow. Wow, there are some people I know that are never going to let me live this down.
Everyone. Oh, God.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are never going to let me live this one
All
down.
right, good. Well, then we already did our job then on this show.
Oh, yeah.
I actually think that was one of the best ones we ever did, so good job. We've done that game a lot. That was
Oh, my God. That was, no.
Francis, that crinkle, man, that nonsense.
The paper was, that was a highlight. That and the fire hose that suddenly turned into a squirt gun. That was
great.
one of my favorite moments too.
That's called budget constraints.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Ansem applauds in the chat. Victor says that hurt my soul. Rachel says, "Dude, I laughed so hard I farted." Now that's a compliment.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Hey, Rachel, so did I.
James claps in the chat. Alexander Finnegan says, "I need to save this." Yes, you do, Alex.
Yes, you do, Alex.
And show it at every one of Michael's directing jobs from now on.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
There's his.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, Shelly says, "Should I show this to Mom?"
I'm not sure she
Yes.
would get it, but you're more than welcome, Shelly.
Indeed.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh man.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Chris thinks you sound like Marvin the Martian with a German accent. Probably Francis, right? One of you did it, yeah.
We're almost there. Shooting lasers. Yeah, a little bit.
When we were on
My
the old
notebook
ladies in the garbage truck, Tammy had said, "OMG, it's the golden bikini waxer. Save Sophia first." That's right. Good callback, Tammy. I like that. Oh, and Ariella had said, "Oh my God, my cheeks hurt from laughing." LOL. All right, good. That's what
Picture it. Sicily, 1912.
Is that what she said? Is that what she said?
So Ariella tells Shelly to not tell your mom, but Rachel says, "Do it, Shelly." She's encouraging her.
Yes.
There you go, Mom.
Oh, that is funny. I should never publicize this.
No, you should share it with every single person you know.
Way to
All
go.
right, that's Superhero Sound Effects, folks. Thank you very much. If you liked that, let us know. Thank you guys for a great job. We're going to talk to our guest here, but also, folks, keep tuning in here. We're going to do, we're going to talk, we're going to play the Let's Geek It on dating game. That's what we're going to do later in the show. And remember, we're going to do our SGU After Hours officially for the first time later. And we're gonna. So if you would like to be part of that, there's still time. Anybody who is pledging at $3 or more on Patreon per month, you're gonna get all the After Hours show every single week. So again, you can go right down to patreon.com/supergeeked up if you want, and then you can get to tune in later on and be part of the fun.
Souped Up After Dark.
That's right.
Ooh.
Maybe I should call it that.
Ooh.
Well,
Wow.
That's what my
You guys need to add another section. We need to get somebody doing movie trailer voice.
In a world
Yeah, look
In a
at that.
world.
Francis can do every voices. Francis, that's the voice I should have done for Middle Bikini Girl. That sexy voice you did.
Yeah.
Oh my, the sexy voice. Sure, of course.
Well, no, you not like a deep sexy voice. You really you did a feminine one before.
Oh, all right. Yeah, of course.
All right, let's talk to these guys though. Oh, James has got to jump off work. Beckons me. Yes, well, thank you, James, for watching. Really appreciate it as always. Thank you for tuning in the last couple weeks.
Thank you,
for being
James.
Our guest.
Thank
a couple
you.
weeks ago. All right, here we go. Let's talk to these guys about Broken Swords, the last in line. So as I mentioned at the top of the show, Michael is the co-creator and director of it. Tom was one of the actors in it. He played Slab. So for those of I watched it last night, but for those who haven't seen it, because obviously we have a lot of viewers, who are probably new to you guys, why don't you guys start off by just telling them a little bit about the movie first?
Okay. Speaking of role-playing games and movies, as it's probably already been hinted at, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since the late 1970s. So the movie was heavily influenced by this. All the gaming that I've done throughout the years. Me and the writer, a guy named Christopher Lee Jones, who lives in Houston right now. He and I wrote when we met in college. He was the screenwriter, and the two of us created the world and everything like this. And a lot of this stems from all of our experience playing role-playing games. But it's not a Dungeons and Dragons movie, per se, because we didn't set it. We didn't try to adhere to the game mechanics or whatever. We just wanted to tell a cool story. So the story is essentially about the last 90 minutes in the lives of 12 soldiers before they go on a suicide mission. That's essentially what the story is.
All right, that's very succinctly put.
That's our pitch. That's our pitch speech.
Oh, okay.
The pitch line, the elevator line. You got
Log
you
line,
got one line to be able to say something. It's 90 minutes in the lives of, and now it's a fantasy setting, so. But
Right.
It's 90 minutes in the lives of 12 soldiers getting ready to go to their deaths.
So it's a real feel-good movie, folks.
Yes, it is. Well, I think there's humor in it.
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
There's a lot of interesting characters. I want to make one preface on anybody who may be interested in seeing it. One thing that I've kind of felt like I've had to do, and I don't normally do this about films, just let people watch it. But when you watch the movie, please understand that it's not. How do I say this the best way? That give it a chance based on the cover that you've seen that Tom held up, and stuff that you might see on the website when you order it. It's not a big budget film. It's not a Game of Thrones. It's not a big action adventure movie.
It's a drama.
It's more akin to something like Reservoir Dogs or Hateful Eight, except in a fantasy setting.
Well, Hateful Eight's a good reference, right? Because really, you guys, the whole movie takes place in this one location.
Yes.
Which is very smart for an independent filmmaking standpoint.
Well, it's the only way we could have gotten it done.
Well, you know what? So even though you gave that preface, and I hear you, I'm an independent filmmaker. I do that with my films too. But I'm going to say I think you look great. And I'm obviously I know Sean Schaefer, the DP on it, because I've worked with him before, and he shot some of my stuff. But I think the set, and I believe from what I saw, like in some of the credit stuff, that you guys just built that set from scratch, right? The set looked great. It looked like the costumes, the makeup, like everything looked like, to me, like very super believable for that kind of a world. And I was really impressed by that. So good job.
Well, thank you. We worked really hard. The production design team, I had phenomenal, from the sets to the makeup to the costumes, the props. Everybody was just freaking balls on. Yep, it was a pleasure working with all of them.
Oh yeah, you had a great crew, great cast and crew.
Yep.
Alexander Finnegan says, I like to think of it as a war drama set in a fantasy world. It's not a bad way to put it, right?
Oh, yeah.
War drama is the important part, not war action movie.
Yeah, war drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you something you brought up. So I already know from, and actually I mentioned Sean, that's how Michael and I met. Sean does a show called The Weekend Take, and he's in the midst of releasing these huge Star Wars episodes where he looks at every single film. And I got to be in the prequel ones, but I also got to join Michael to talk about all the original trilogy, and that's where we met on there. And I know Sean had mentioned to me that you were, like you mentioned, huge D&D for many decades, right?
Nerd. Total
Yeah,
D&D nerd.
No,
I was
nerd.
playing it before it was cool when you still got shoved into lockers.
Oh my god.
But I was looking at both your IMDb pages, you and Tom, last night. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I know IMDb is not always correct, but it both says that you both have served in the military in the past, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have.
So first off, thank you so much for your service, of course.
Tom is actually retired. Tom did 20 years, so
Oh wow, that's awesome.
yeah, he was a career man.
Oh,
That's
amazing.
why I got this hair.
Oh, by the way, Rachel actually said a little earlier, Slap's hair is great or something like that in the chat.
Oh yeah.
But so I wanted to ask, because I was watching the movie, so I know the D&D probably did too, but did like your military background also affect?
Oh,
like,
good
came
God,
up with
yes.
the story? I'm assuming both.
Totally.
I was basically thinking
Totally.
that and D&D really influenced you in this. I was
Yes.
guessing.
Yeah. Absolutely, definitely. And in fact, Tom, I don't want to. Tom was a helicopter pilot, so he flew Apaches. Where I was a paratrooper with the 82nd Airborne, so I was a grunt. I was what these soldiers are in this movie. That's kind of what my job was in the modern military. I was infantry, so it's heavily influenced. A lot of the language you hear is definitely homages to. Slab has one line near the end where Top tells him, "All right, everybody, we got to move out now." And Slab says, "Okay, everybody, assholes and elbows."
Assholes and elbows.
I remember that line. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a direct military reference. Things like that, you know. But there was a lot of stuff that was influenced by my military experience, and I'm sure Tom brought his to Slab because they're all soldiers. So I'll let Tom.
Before you say that, Tom, Listeners May says thank you for your service, gentlemen. So does Chris and Tammy. Tammy actually served many years as well in the military. So
Thank you for yours, Tammy.
let's see here. So Tom, why don't you talk about your experience on it from an actor perspective?
From an actor perspective, it was whew.
It was woo.
That's
It
a
was
good.
whew.
That's really. That sums it up.
While he does that while he rubs his chest. I'm not sure how to. I'm not really
He's
sure how to
singing
take that.
Metal Bikini Girl.
Yeah. He's channeling.
Bringing it back.
There you go. Acting for you there.
Yes.
Michael set up the production schedule in a very, very fun way. We all of us had 3 days we really had to worry about during the whole shooting schedule. One day was your hard, heavy scene where you actually dig deep into a character. The next one was a heavy stunt sequence, and then the third one was the gross out day. And these three different angles are always difficult to get right and make sure that your character is cohesively bound together, despite what's going to get used, what's going to get chopped up and everything. So all your choices that you make have to get pulled together. So there was, of all the days on set, there were only 3 that I was actually really worried about. There was a heavy dialogue scene where a lot of my strong choice of connections were going to come through, and I hope they came through. They did. People understood it. They knew where I was coming from. Another one where I'm getting kicked in the balls by Hobnail. And we had to shoot that from different angles to ensure multiple impacts. And sometimes she got a
We
little...
actually didn't. I just
Wait.
wanted to shoot it from different angles. No.
Yeah, so she's just, get off me, meatball. I didn't like the way she said it that way. Thwack. Oh, another kick in the nuts. Oh, my God.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Let's just kick Tom in the nuts over and over again.
How many
And
times or more are we going to do it? Oh, I already had the good take two takes
Yeah.
ago. I just wanted to do a couple more.
on so many levels.
Yeah.
And then the third bad day was the gross out day. And you only see so much of it, but when you retake and reshoot, and we're on concept of time, when Hobnail throws up into the cup, we reset and we chuck it and we re-pour in the
Do you
Kool-Aid.
think that was the gross out day? Not the day you were completely covered in blood from head to toe for 2 days.
I've been covered in blood.
a row?
I've been covered in real blood. That's the fake stuff's fine. It was just the gross out of like drinking up after she threw up in the same cup.
Yeah.
That was a gross. The fake blood. I've been covered in blood, my own and other people's blood. That's not an issue. It's it was the real vomit more than anything. But
Jeez.
Okay. All right.
All right.
but I'm different. I know I'm different. Other people would be grossed out with their intestines hanging out or their blood's coming over everything.
That blood, because of what it was made of, and there was straw all over the barns. You get covered in.
I mean, Slab literally has real life sepsis. I mean, he's got some kind of funk growing in him forever. He's gonna die of wounds. It doesn't matter.
No, you're gonna be a fat old man when they roll you into your grave.
Really,
that's actually the line for the movie. I'm not actually calling him a fat old man. Just for the rest of the viewing audience, I'm not actually. That's actually a line from the movie. So,
the camera is up here, guys. The camera is up here.
I just didn't want to think anybody. Man, I was trying to be mean to Tom because.
Yeah. Well, hey, look at this, Tom. Someone's being really nice to you in the chat. Our good buddy Rachel here says, when you were earlier, she says, "I'd rub his chest. He's a cutie."
Thank you. That's what my wife does it every night.
You better be glad Denise can't hear anything that's going on right now, right, Tom?
Oh, she's right here. She's right here.
Yeah, but she can't hear she couldn't hear what he just said.
She's mic'd up. She's eared up.
Oh, she is. Oh, hey, Denise.
I mean, okay, no, she didn't say that. She's like, oh, yuck, forget it.
Good cover. Good cover, Jeff. Good cover, man. Good cover.
All right, cool. Let's see. Oh, you know what I want to ask you, Michael? Because obviously I'm very much into tabletop RPGs now and D&D and stuff. Did you guys, like you and Christopher, it's Christopher, right? Your co-creator?
Well, it's Chris. His professional name is Christopher, yeah.
Did you guys actually, like, for the characters, when you came up with them, did you actually, like, kind of use D&D classes for the characters or anything like that? No?
Nope. And it drives me nuts when people do that. And there are two members of our cast that have played D&D in the past, and they started doing that the first time I gave them the script. He's one of them. And there's another one that's actually on your chat right now. And I told them both, knock it off. Because that's not going to
cast magic missile at the darkness.
But let me ask you this: why did and what I meant is so I'm interested from a filmmaking standpoint. Then why do you think saying someone is like a paladin or a ranger would be a bad thing doing for a film?
I don't necessarily think it would be a bad thing in the film. I just think because of archetypes, those things, the classes themselves, like fighter, cleric, magic user, druid, illusionist, all that. I'm going way back first edition, but the classes and things like that, they're archetypes, and characters aren't archetypes. You have to individualize the characters, and to refer to them in that way, it's sort of, especially for people who've played the game. This is one of the things that bugged me about the D&D, the D&D movie from the 90s, is they actually called themselves fighters, thieves, clerics, and stuff like that. And it's gamey language, and a film is not a game. You can't speak game language because it breaks the suspension of disbelief. So we really wanted to actually, be immersive with this. These are real characters. So we did not think in terms at all of now that said, now that all this is done and over and everything like that, I'm actually, because we did this Indiegogo campaign thing that I mentioned a little while ago, we did that a couple of years ago, and one of the awards, if you gave a certain amount of money, was actually a world guide, an actual role-playing game world guide. So, and one of my friends, the only person that bought that level of a tier, bought it, so now I have to make it. So... So I've been making actually because of the circumstances. Now I've been actually making a lot of headway on it. So now I'm going back and I'm looking at things like that and trying to fit the game mechanics, the game ideas to the film rather than the other way around, because it wouldn't have. And now I'm trying to capture the tone of our film and kind of the mystique, because in our world, magic is ugly, gross, dangerous, harsh. No magic ever happens in the entirety of the film that doesn't have some sort of backlash to it. Mm-hmm. So there's no fireball that gets magically cast, and well, that's probably a bad example because
Bad example.
anybody's played games, role-playing games knows about Fireball. But but what I'm saying is, we didn't think in terms of the game. We're both world builders, so we like creating worlds and stories and stuff like that. So that's where we went to first. So yeah.
All right, awesome. In the chat, Rachel says, "I agree. Making a film from a game has to have changes to be realistic." Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
Ansem says, "Shifty eyes hide." So I'm guessing he was the other person who maybe was doing the D&D stuff.
Yes.
SGU.
Yeah. He played DJ. Just you can
was
put
DJ.
Oh, DJ. Okay, yeah.
put a face to his name. Yeah.
Thank you.
So do you know how many bard fighter thief conversations I had to have initially with Gio before I told him to shut up about it? And now he's seen the World Guide and he wants to quibble over what I've come up with for the World Guide on it. So
Good. Hey, that's awesome.
I know. I love the feedback's great.
Yeah.
With World Guide, does that mean that there will be other movies in this world? Will you make more?
If somebody gives me money.
Sure.
Well, the budget for this film was $150,000. So, and myself and my wife, we paid for the film.
Wow.
Okay, so I spent my entire retirement to make this movie.
Oh wow.
So I don't have any more money to make another movie. So if there's going to be another one, we're going to have to get funds raised, and we're doing some things. I actually have a sequel script that is written. It is actually finished and written, and we're looking to go in the late near the winter, and then possibly next year go to a couple of the world film markets where people go and pitch scripts and stuff like that, because we can show them Broken Swords and saying, if you like this, we have a script. If this is interesting to you, and the distributors sometimes, because the film is still newly released, it's only been out for like 3 months. I don't know anything about any details about how well it's sold or how well it's selling on. I don't know anything about. We won't know about that probably until sometime in the fall. But the distributors have been known to come back and say, "Hey, this did pretty well. Do you have another one?" I can say no, but I've got a script. You want to fund it? So it just depends. But there is more to the story now. Yes, there wasn't originally. I shouldn't give too much away because that's kind of a spoiler to talk about having a.
Oh yeah.
Having a sequel. But when the first one was written to be completely standalone. So because I was like, we're going to pay for this one and not have any more money. The likelihood of ever being able to make another one, so I'm not even going to think about it. So
let me in the chat here, because our viewers are awesome. Rachel wants to know: is there any way I could help promote this film to get your guys more money for another social media? What can we do to help?
Oh, good
The
Lord.
links.
Thank you, Rachel. That's super.
The
kind
links.
of you.
Rachel, that's a marvelous gift that you just presented there. Just tell people where it is. Go see it. If you like it, don't like it. Well, I mean, if you don't like it, tell people you didn't like it. I don't want to mix words about this, but just share it. Go watch it. Tell other people to watch it. That's the best way to get numbers. And then we have a website. It's Broken Swords Forever, and that will be a permanent website. I'll always keep that up. We'll always have information that's updated, if anything. So as we know more stuff, when we go out, if we do go to AMF, out your way, Jeff, your guys' way. That's out in Santa Monica. In November, and then we're thinking about going to EGF. No, the European Film Market, EFM. That's next mid to late spring. It was canceled this year, we'll if we know anything, but the hard thing about getting funding for this, because the fund for the sequel is not $150,000. It's a much bigger budget. It's a much bigger budget film. I mean, we're not talking about like Iron Man size budgets. I'm not that stupid, but I did push the boundaries a little bit more to be able to do more things with the film, because we do another sequel. If we do a sequel, that's what I'd want to do. So. But just trying to find producers and investors and stuff like that it's a really difficult thing. if we get a big enough following, crowdfunding could be a potential. But crowdfunding, a lot of people immediately jump to crowdfunding, and with no following, I mean, our crowdfunding thing we tried to raise a little bit of money to be able to pay for post-production, to help offset the cost of post-production, and we only raised about $3,000. But we don't have a big following, so nobody knows us, so nobody knows about us. With a bigger following, more word of mouth and stuff like that, if we had a big enough following and we did that, there's the potential we could actually crowdfund a good portion of it. So just stay in touch with us, Rachel. Share our information. Go to our website. Never hesitate. You can always contact me through the website. Never hesitate to ask anything. I try to be very open about stuff when it comes to this stuff, because there's too much romanticized mystique that's built around filmmaking that drives me nuts.
All right, yeah, thank you so much, Rachel. And I've been putting those links up on the screen as you guys have been talking for your website and Twitters.
Thank you.
So absolutely, Rachel, anybody else, you can go there. Definitely, it's on Amazon. You can share those links around. Any sharing on social media, of course, is always helpful for sure. And thank you so much for offering.
Yeah, God.
And then Ansem also suggests to pitch it to Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Give it a Vin.
Hey, Craig has a question here. What was or is your drive to write and create your stories? It's a big step from creating it and actually structuring it to a script or a novel.
I was 11 when I decided that film was going to be the medium I wanted to work in. So everything I've always done around storytelling, story-wise and stuff, like even when I was doing role-playing games, the medium of film was always stuck in my head. So I could never write a novel. One, I'm not a writer. My writing credits, Chris was the writer for this. He wrote the screenplay. We created the world. We worked very hand in hand. I would write some scenes and I would send him to him and I'd say, here, make this good. Because, so we worked hand in hand, and I just love the world creation process, the creating, starting from the ground up and just starting from some impetus, some place that says this is where you want to start the story, and then letting your imagination just see where that goes and trying different things. And despite what a lot of creative people try to tell you, the word no is actually okay in the arts. You can say no, because that's called experience, knowing where something that's probably not going to work. That's probably not the strongest choice. So you look for strong and weaker choices and try to find the strong choices, and it's just and I have a really hyperactive imagination, so it's a great outlet for being able to do that.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks for the question, Craig. One last question, then we'll move on. Listeners may have asked, obviously you didn't do this specifically, you guys, but how do you make your fake blood?
Oh, good Lord. Actually, Alex, type out how you made the fake blood, and Jeff will read it out for you, because we got the
special. Yes. So Alex Finnegan, he's the chat there. He took care of that for these guys. That's great.
Yeah.
What a great.
Yeah. I mean, speak right to the man. Some of the blood I know most of the blood was made. There was a certain amount of it. It's actually a funny moment that happened on the set, because there was a certain amount of, there was this really expensive blood that they had to buy. And one of the last days on the set, we were shooting this sequence where the wall had to be covered in the blood, because it was after something had happened and blood needed to be all over the wall. And the key makeup artist, Jill, God bless her soul, she came down and she was delicately like tapping out blood on the wall. And I was like, I walked in and I was like, Jill, what are you doing? She goes, I'm putting blood on the wall. And I said, and I took the bucket from her and I went, whoa. She got really, really mad at me because I took this blood and splashed the entire wall with the blood. But it was a really expensive bucket of blood. So it was like, so she was like, that's really expensive. And I was kind of like, well, I paid for it. But it's okay. It's okay. This is better. This is what it needs to look like. We're good. We splashed it all over. Splash it all. And, you can actually see it really nicely in the shots that it was in. So you would know that's near the end of the movie. It's actually the sequence between Llewellyn and Slab. It's what at the very
these
end.
two right here,
Yeah.
Between us.
So
And then I got covered in blood again.
So I talked. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, So I talked about that. Hopefully, giving Alex enough time to type out an
He
answer.
just put it in.
Excellent.
Alex
Alex.
says the fake blood. We actually bought a bunch of that. We made some out of corn syrup combined with a thinner and some different stage bloods. We had like 6 different FX bloods we used.
Yep, there you go.
Nice, that's cool. 6 different.
Yep. All for all different things. Stuff that flowed really easily. Stuff that was a little more viscous. Things like that. It was
Alex says the cheapest was a $3 bottle. The most expensive was like $40. That's the one that got thrown on the wall.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, very much.
I think Jill still holds
Good
that.
job, Alex.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, awesome, folks. Here's one last time where you can find them online. BrokenSwordsForever.com.
Please go see the movie.
Films.
Yeah, and if you guys would write reviews on Amazon or IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have from what I understand, I don't read the reviews, but from what I understand, we do not have right now. We don't have a particularly good IMDb rating, and I think it's because a lot of people thought the movie was going to be something that it's not. Is my suspicion. So
Yes. No, that definitely always helps independent filmmakers out for sure, folks. Please do that.
yes,
Tom, do you have any links you want to promote? Any social media, or Twitter, or anything, or like that? Or
I am a social media misfit. I pretty much
totally cool.
I'm on Facebook, and that's about it. And I have too much time on that, so I just put my laptop down.
Okay.
his wife is on Instagram now.
Yeah, my wife manages my Instagram account, and I don't even know the address for that to plug it.
Well, maybe she'll tell you because she's right there. Right?
Tom Gore actor.
It's Tom _Gore _ actor.
Oh, there you go.
Tom _Gore_ actor on Instagram. All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't even look at Instagram. It's on my phone, and I don't even use it. I am not technologically gifted.
That's totally cool. Hey, you're on this show, so that we figured that out. So that's great.
Yeah, you know how
You're
that
gifted in other ways, Tom. Look at that hair. Let's see the hair again. There we go.
Wave it around. Yeah, there we go. That's
now we need some heavy. You need to put some heavy metal music when you put this on the when you load this up later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I just made myself a GIF.
Yes.
Alex will take that and make that into a gift.
Alex, gift me, Alex.
So a lot of people are feeling for Jill in the chat. Alex says Jill is still upset about it. Ansem says poor Jill.
Those two were part of the cast and crew. They don't count.
Rachel also says, "Oh, poor Jill."
Yeah.
Rachel says, "Keeping my mouth shut this time about his hair." Okay.
It's because now she knows the wife's next.
Yeah. You gotta be careful what you do there, Tom. All right, cool. There we go, folks. We'll give those links out again at the end of the show. So we got some more geeky stuff to do. First off, though, this is the part of the show where I like to shout out our amazing patrons here who are supporting us on our Patreon page. So let me first start off with the new Patreon since last show. We actually have a whole bunch of people since last week. They are Kyle Schwab, Kerry Johnson, Alex Martin, Jalou3, and just today, Tammy Anderson. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. Some of you guys are in the chat. Really appreciate you guys supporting us.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And now, anybody at the $10 a month level or more, we get a super shout out to them every single week. We do this. So that would be Marie and Justin Duran from KLI Brand. We got Craig Allen Poole, who's in the chat, Rachel J, Victor Snyder, he's there too, and Nicole B, Kyle Schwab, and Keithos. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all your support.
Nice.
And I thank you all of you on Patreon, no matter what level you're at. It's super helpful, and we really appreciate you very much. And thank you for all of you for watching every week. You guys rock. And thank you for all your great chatting. And remember, folks, so some of the stuff you can get, because I put up all these new Patreon perks. We got the After Hours thing, which I mentioned today at $3 or more. We got a Discord server. We are doing special fandom episodes. Actually, we're going to talk to Francis soon about that. We're going to do our first one this month, which is a special 2-hour episode about any certain fandom we decide on. And I'm also, one of the perks is I'll run some RPGs for you. If you want to do some tabletop RPGs, I'll GM some RPGs for you as well. So there you go. All right. I'm just looking at Michael's expression. All right. So anyway, and there's also, folks, if you're on YouTube right now, if you want to just make a one-time thing, there's a thing called a super chat, which you can find in your chat window there on YouTube, where you can make any kind of contribution you want right now. All right. Hey, let me give one cool bit of news here. Kerry Johnson, who's one of our patrons, he actually told me about this today, and I thought this was pretty cool. So as you know, folks, we are not talking about the coronavirus. We're trying to distract you from that. But one thing I will mention is there's this thing called HomeCon, which is a convention, a virtual convention, because we can't go to physical conventions right now. So two actors you may be aware of, Rachel Skarsten and Paul Amos. They are from Lost Girl, but Rachel Skarsten is also in Batwoman right now. They started this. It's called HomeCon. It's a virtual convention this weekend, or this Friday and Saturday, actually. So 10th and 11th, I believe. And they got a bunch of people from like Riverdale, Batwoman, Supergirl, Winona Earp, and they're going to be doing virtual panels like you would have at a con. You can also get like one-on-one, like kind of Skype type or Zoom sessions with actors as well. Anyway, if you go to homeconofficial.com, it's $5 for both days, basically get everything, access to everything there. In terms of the panels, it costs more to do the individual actors. Anyway, I mentioned that because I know some of you, of course, may be bummed that you can't be going to a con in person. So there's some kind of thing that you can still enjoy. I thought that was pretty cool that they were doing that.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
a great idea.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. And of course, we'll be doing this every week as well to entertain you.
Yeah.
Woo! Actually, some awesome Patreon patrons, Patreon patronage that you've got.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. No, we got awesome.
Yeah.
We really appreciate them. And Tammy just says, yes, RPGs with Jeff are super fun. Thank you, Tammy. I ran for her a couple weeks ago for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that was actually the first time she had ever played an RPG. So I'm glad you had fun, Tammy. That's great.
Well, welcome to the club, Tammy.
Yeah. Yes,
Nerd.
absolutely. I'm thrilled when people get to play for the first time and get into it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, here we go. Let's see. It is time for our second super geeky question, and then we're going to do this Let's Geek It On dating game. So the question is, and again, with everything going on, I thought this was a nice question. What movie or show just makes you kind of feel good and happy after watching it? Like for me, there's just super shows that, I don't know, I just get kind of a warm, nice feeling after watching it. So I'll kind of start us off, maybe to get the idea. And this could be anything, obviously. It's going to be different for each person. But here, let me adjust Tom. He's like really big right now in the video. It's because everybody wants to see your hair, I guess.
Your hair, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the timestamp.
Oh, there it is again. Whoa,
Can we have some music? Can we get some music with this?
I don't have any.
Let's bring back the sound effects, guys.
Yeah. I'm just going to do porn. That's all I'm thinking right now. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, very good. That was sexy.
All right. Now that we're all sufficiently disturbed.
Rachel actually puts her answer in right away. Bob's Burgers is her choice. Yeah. So one of mine right now is Fuller House, actually. And I don't care. I know a lot of people think that's a corny show.
Hey,
I don't care. You know what?
There is no such thing as a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. That's right.
That is true.
We talk about that sometimes, but yeah, I don't think people should ever feel guilty about what they love. Actually,
not a chance.
So you know what? Fuller House is just a nice, wholesome show. I think we need that nowadays. Shows like that as well, and it's actually fun. I actually enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. I watched Full House, of course, way back in the day, but they're doing a good job with Fuller House. And I think they got one last season left, or like half of a season left to go. Oh, Rachel says, yes, I love Fuller House. All right, great. She also says, stop driving me crazy with the hair.
Hey, Denise, take out the earbuds.
Yeah. That's his wife, I'm assuming, Denise.
Yes, she's awesome.
All right. Ariella says Lost and Sense8. All right.
Oh, we got a Sense8 fan.
Sense8 is amazing. First season of Sense8 is an amazing thing.
I am a fanatic for the Wachowski siblings.
Yes,
I love, even if their movies sometimes don't work,
their storytelling is there.
they take risks like a lot of other filmmakers don't take risks. I love Cloud Atlas is one of my 10 favorite movies of all time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
glad you said that, man. That's
I
appreciate that too, because I feel like exactly what you said. Filmmaking is just not taking any risks.
I'm gonna drop my first F-bomb here, but fuck, have you seen Speed Racer?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's actually a really fun movie.
It's so funny, and you don't need drugs.
It got panned, but I watched it like after it had come out, several years after it came out. Sat down to finally get around to watching it, and it was so much fun. I was like, oh my god, this movie is a hell of a lot, and they do some things in that movie that will blow your mind as a filmmaker.
Yeah. Speed Racer is a great movie. I saw it in the theater, big screen. It was fantastic.
I love the Wachowskis, man. Love them.
Nice. Yeah, they're great. And I agree. I love that they take risks, even if it doesn't always work. It's just nice to see that.
Sense8 is really, really, really cool.
Yeah. I think it was like the year it came out was my favorite show on TV. First season. Again, folks, so folks do putting their guilty pleasures in. That's totally fine. Again, the question is like, what movie or show just kind of makes you feel good, feel happy after watching it? Francis, I gotta run for 1 second. I'll be right back. But can you read some chat things, lead these guys through the conversation?
Certainly.
So I'll be right back.
Crotch is here. He says Dinosaurs was an amazing TV show. If you guys remember.
Oh my god! Oh, not the mama.
Exactly. Oh. But even just thinking about that show puts a smile on my face.
Oh my god!
That show was great.
Craig Poole says the Orville is his show that gives him some fun and happiness. There you go. Necrodius has Alf and the movie Short Circuit 1 and 2 also. So on top of Dinosaurs, he has Alf and Short Circuit 1 and 2.
I did not realize that there was a Short Circuit 2. Wow, I can't believe I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you need to go find that. That's
because I didn't know. I mean, I love the first one, but I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, the second one picks it. You'll see where it happens. You'll see how it comes about. It's
cool,
but it's definitely required viewing. It's actually real good.
Ariella also says Sense8 and Lost. Oh, I think we mentioned that already. Lacrodius is all good with the Fuller House. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina from Victor.
That is so dark.
The Netflix show.
So dark.
It's dark, but there's I can see why it would make it all right. Mystery Men is another movie from
The Bowler.
The Bowler. Yeah.
The Bowler.
And the Spleen. Speaking of crotch sniffing, man.
That's right.
We have the Spleen.
The Blue Raja was my favorite, of course.
Oh yeah.
The Shoveler.
And the Shoveler.
The Shoveler. Yep. Yeah. Oh my god. That's a very underrated movie.
Yeah, it is. Just like I was gonna say just like Extraordinary or League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but
that's not an underrated movie.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen should have been better.
It should have, especially knowing how good the comic book is. I'm not trying to say that the comic book is better than the movie, but the comic book was so freaking good.
Oh yeah,
it should have been better.
Yeah.
All right, so gentlemen, do you have anything that pops to mind as a feel-good movie?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Wow.
Yeah. Are you talking about the Adrian Barbeau Swamp Thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the CW making Derek Mears a love interest.
Like a couple years ago, right? Yeah.
Hey, do you mean the DC show that just came out, or the one from a few years ago?
Yes.
I asked him about the 90s.
But now, Derek Mears being the love interest in a CW show. It is hilarious. They got the one gratuitous blood sequence, special effects. This is what we're putting the budget thing on. They've got the James Wan, insidious, tentacle moving stuff. Mm-hmm. The story goes along. There's certain parts where you can tell there was some Smallville writers involved in the development because some of the theme story is very Smallville.
I love Smallville.
Yeah.
But I like the first 2 seasons of Smallville.
Oh man, what a diss! There's 8 more seasons.
When they got away from everyone in town getting a kryptonite disease and turning into a monster. I mean,
the very last season didn't work necessarily, but I like most of Smallville. Love it.
One of the worst shows on TV ever was Murder, She Wrote. Angela Lansbury Cabot Cove, Maine.
Yeah, nobody
East of this
wanted
town.
to live in that woman's town.
No.
Of this town is in Cabot Cove, Maine. There's like 1,000 people.
It's the
Now,
murder
per
capital of the
capita,
world.
Someone is going to die, and someone is going to kill them in every episode for 5 seasons, 24 episodes a season. 125 murderers live in Cabot Cove, Maine.
That's why she's there. That's why Jessica Fletcher is there.
Town in the planet.
It's like Little Disaster on the Prairie.
Oh my God! It is. If you think about it in a horror mind frame, this is the place you don't go. No wonder Stephen King's from Maine. He grew up in Cabot Cove, Maine.
I'd rather spend the night at the hotel in Colorado, where The Shining.
Shining, yeah.
Than go to Cabot Cove.
Oh.
Hey, Francis, how far did you get here in the chat?
Tammy's would be next. So the To Wong Fu, Earth Girls Are Easy, Birdcage, Ring.
Those are easy. It's hilarious.
Nice. And yes, thank you, Rachel, for the DS9, by the way. I absolutely agree with you. Let's see. Oh, Short Circuit 2 is amazing, Necrodia says. Somebody mentioned that.
Okay, great. I'll put that on my list.
Yeah. Jalou has a whole ton of them.
Oh, nice.
Just go with the last 3, though, I think. He has 3 more at the end.
Well, I'm just Sequest DSV is in there, so I appreciate that. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What is?
Sequest
Avatar:
DSV.
Last Airbender is
phenomenal. Oh my God,
Just
Sequest.
got done rewatching it
Holy
again.
moly! Wow.
Babylon 5, it says as well. Tenchi Muyo, that's nice. That's a good anime.
Yeah.
Victor, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension.
Why has nobody picked this up as a franchise? Today, that movie, that's a movie ripe to become I mean, you could do, you could do so many awesome things with that movie.
Go everywhere with that one.
I love that movie. Same thing with Tank Girl.
Tank Girl, nice.
They're redoing Tank Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Victor says the Ghostbusters, the 80s Ghostbusters movie. Absolutely. Great choice. Let's see. Tammy says, these are great ones. Xena and Hercules, they absolutely, yes. I love those ones. Xena and Tammy, they always... Jalou mentions a nice one. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. Excellent. Yeah. Serendipity. Yeah, the movie with Kate Beckinsale, do you mean?
That's the one. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I was talking about her last week on her Crushes, show about Crushes, yeah.
I just revealed one of mine when you mentioned Xena Warrior Princess.
Lucy Lawless?
I started to drool, so I mean...
Oh, yeah, well, hey, I understand
Hey,
that.
Michael, she's having a watch-through where she's, like, with this thing with the Sci-Fi Channel, she's doing a watch-through so you can watch old episodes of Xena with her.
Like she's commenting on it, you mean?
You mean I can go to her house and watch it with her?
Yes, you can. She has who she is. You can walk there.
Any money I save up,
and she'll open the door and say, "Come on in, I got popcorn."
I'm so down with that.
I see who's going to be the next Broken Sword sequel. Lucy Lawless right there. I say, all right.
Dude, yeah, man, she's perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Sky Matron. That's a character in the sequel, so.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, nice. Nice little tease there.
Be great fit.
Victor says Firefly, very, very popular show.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say that because that's really going to piss people off.
Tammy
Don't say season 2.
What? No, I was just going to say it's the only thing I really like by Josh Whedon.
Oh, man, he really threw down the gauntlet on that one, jeez. Yikes. For folks in the chat, don't worry, folks. The rest of us, I love Buffy, I love Whedon, so I'm with you, folks, if you love that stuff.
Angel,
Tammy
Dave Brianna is such a great actor. I really liked him in that Angel and Buffy series.
Who?
And then he's got that Bone show, and now he's doing the Seals. Oh, that guy is fantastic.
I know that guy works nonstop. David Boreanaz.
I hope Dave Boreanaz, if you watch this, I hope you totally got that plug in that joke. I'll get you back. Go Bruins.
It's just a joke between him and
good. This is me right between you and David Boreanaz. Keep him up. That's great.
Yeah.
This is me right now.
Oh, Dave.
Tammy said, "LOL, Murder She Wrote, I would never invite that woman to visit me." Yep, it's going along with what you said, Tom. Here, so I'm just gonna start. Craig says Count Duckula. I love that one.
Oh my God! Wow.
Necrodia says the Guild web series and Ready Player One, the movie. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the Guild is
The Guild is
fantastic.
great.
Mhm.
It's great. Let's see here. Ariella says Animals 2008 movie with Naveen Andrews, but the book was more graphic. Okay, I haven't seen that.
Oh no, that's the one. Yes, that's actually on a list that I have of movies that I need to watch because that's I know about that, but I haven't seen that. But it looks really you should. I think that's the one they do makeup effects for it, right? Is that the one she's talking about?
I'm not sure because I'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till she says it again. Says something else.
Okay.
We'll find out. We got Nightcore, Tailspin, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Big a lot of Firefly fans in the chat. All right, cool. These are good choices.
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Go for
Yeah.
Farscape.
Yeah, you're wearing the shirt.
The shirt.
Earlier.
We would never.
Oh, Al. By the way, another one of my crushes.
John Crichton?
Yes,
Of course.
yes.
Or Claudia Black?
Claudia Black.
Oh, well, see, I love Claudia Black from Stargate.
Oh,
Or Anthony
yes.
Simcoe?
Well,
Is it Anthony Simcoe? Yes, it's
first
Anthony
time I saw Claudia Black was in Pitch Black, actually. So.
Yeah, Pitch Black. Yeah.
Oh, wow, her voice.
So Francis, did we already get Michael's answer? Or
Mine is actually a real throwback. It's one of my top 2 favorite movies of all time. I've seen this movie so many times, well over 100 times. I can put this movie on, and anytime I watch it, it puts me in a good mood, and that's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with Raiders.
No. Mm.
Francis, what's yours?
I'll do my one throwback TV show. One that is guaranteed to put a smile on my face. It's I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Give that man a hug. Give that man a hug.
Wow.
Aw.
Oh.
That is yes.
Yeah.
Lucy, that's one of the funniest women to ever grace the planet. Oh my God, she is funny.
Oh yeah, never fails to put a smile on my face. I love every episode. So yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned some classic stuff. You know what I've been watching lately, and I never watched it when it was original? Is the Dick Van Dyke Show. It's really funny.
That's Mary Tyler Moore, and that is fantastic.
Mary Tyler Moore
I mean,
and Van Dyke. How can you go wrong with that? Those two.
I know. It's a great show. Yeah,
It's been a couple of decades since I've watched that.
it's a great show.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm digging it, man.
Okay, good.
We got some good ones in the chat. Victor says the greatest American hero. I love that show as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching it now every so often because it's on some of the TV services.
Yeah.
So good. It's just
Look at what's happened to me.
you
Oh
became
my
the
God.
greatest American hero.
No, that's the.
I can't believe it myself.
Oh,
Oh.
look at yeah. Believe it or not, yeah. One of the best things songs
Suddenly,
ever.
I'm on top of the world.
Yeah. Jalou says, anyone remember Starcorn? I do not know. Or Starcom. Is it com or corn? I don't know what that says.
I mean, it's Starcom. It's not Starcom.
Starcom would make more sense than Starcorn.
Starcom.
I thought it was a
Starcorn.
video game.
God, no, I don't know that.
Killer Corn from outer space.
Alienation, I remember
Yes,
though.
he also mentions
Alienation.
Alienation.
That
Yeah,
was-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that. What was that? That TV show? Because I don't think that's what she's talking about when she's talking about Starcom. It came out after Starship Troopers. It was like right around 2000. Far and Beyond.
Space Above and Beyond.
Space Above and Beyond. Yeah. That's it.
Mm.
It sort of had that same Starship Troopers aesthetic that they were going for there.
Yeah, Space Marines.
Yep.
That were Space Marines. They were just Marines in space.
Spacecom. What is that?
I'll have to look it up.
Starcom.
Yeah.
I know Starcom is a
Starcom.
video
That's right.
game.
Starcom.
It's like a
Oh, Dallas,
PC
let's wait.
video game.
Victor says Tom Baker, Doctor Who. That's great because we have him in the chat here.
Yes, we do. He's here with
He's
us
right
today.
over there.
He's right here with us. Let's see. Ariella says, tell Michael, yes, Animals is the makeup CGI effect, but it's only
Yes.
on DVD, Amazon, but trailer.
Yeah. I really wanted to see that when it came out, so that's on my list of things. I've got a list of 350 films, a queue of 350 films I'm trying to get through.
Wow.
Good luck.
Yes.
Rachel says, what about Earth 2? Anyone remember that? I did. I watched all of Earth 2.
Oh,
the entire
Earth 2,
show.
yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
That was a thing.
yeah, you can say it was a thing. Yeah.
That was a thing. That was I think Earth 2 was such a hey, let's try this episode. And they just had all these things and they just threw darts and they included whatever the darts hit on the wall. and that was what was going to get put in that episode.
Well, that sounds like any long-running episodic TV.
Yeah.
This one only lasts a season, I think. Maybe 2 at the most. Tammy says The Last Starfighter is one of her choices.
Jet Blossom!
All right.
Tom's very excited.
There's another one. Why hasn't somebody tried to remake that?
They are.
Bring that back out as a friend. They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get a couple more of mine. I'm also Family Matters is another one of mine.
Jeff stuff.
Fine. I'm not telling you what yours are.
I know. But that's one that. Okay. Anyway, I'm okay.
All right, I'm gonna start doing my Urkel impersonation. Be careful.
That'll make me run. That'll make me run away. Which might be.
And my other 2 I have are Saved by the Bell and Scooby Doo, 2 of my all-time favorites.
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, both of those are great.
Oh, terrible! Zach is trash.
Yeah,
that was trash. What? All right, get off the show.
Especially as a teenager and a kid, those shows were
human being.
Zach is the best. Zach was the best.
About that.
Time out to that. You're right, Francis.
Zach
was awesome, man.
Everything he did was at the expense of his friends with absolutely no morals at all.
No, but then he always did the right thing in the end.
I blame Miss Bliss. It's her fault.
Miss Bliss.
She
was a bad teacher, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. And Scooby Doo.
I'm with Zach all the time, man.
Can't go wrong with. Hey, well, speaking of Scooby Doo, the new animated film that's getting ready. Well, I don't know when it's going to come out now,
it's
but
coming out sometime this year, probably. Yeah.
I'm actually really intrigued by it because I didn't know anything about it when the poster at work went up, and I saw on the poster they're doing sort of what the old 70s cartoon did. They're bringing in other cartoon characters into that world. It's Space.
Space Ghost?
No, it's not Space Ghost. It's another one. It was an 80s cartoon that was big in the 80s. Dino Mutt.
Dino-Mutt.
Yeah. Who owned Dino-Mutt? Who?
Hanna-Barbera owns Dino-Mutt.
No, I know. No.
Who was the human in the?
Who was the human in the show that was a space soldier?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
That's right.
I'm really intrigued by it because it looks like it's throwback to the way the old 70s cartoons used to have special guests of other cartoon characters from other come on to Scooby-Doo.
Oh. Blue Falcon is, I guess, the name.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
That's it. Yep.
Good job.
Falcon,
good job,
Dino-Mutt.
Thank you. I could not remember what that was.
Tammy says, "Hey now, Miss Bliss was Haley Mills, and I love her." Yes, we are not dissing Haley Mills.
No, Haley Mills is awesome.
You can't diss Haley Mills. I mean.
By the way, so Jalou tells us what Starcom is, and now that he says it, I remember Mark's also told us about this, and I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Starcom is a G.I. Joe spinoff, which is amazing because I love G.I. Joe. It was my cartoon as a kid, and I never knew about Starcom. I have to go watch this.
Joe had a spinoff?
I know. I had no idea.
I never heard of that. Wow.
So I guess it's like G.I. Joe in space.
I'm finding that tonight.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, and I know what to watch tonight.
Yeah,
great.
I'm finding that tonight.
That's
By the way,
cool.
folks, if you're a fan of G.I. Joe, Hasbro actually has put the first season of Joe up for free on your YouTube channel. You can watch it.
I've been watching that.
Yeah, me too.
Like lines on cocaine.
What?
Just move along. Just nod and go. Oh, okay,
all right, great, good. Glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah,
that's what we've all learned to do over time.
Victor
just gotta
says. Jalou also mentions Galaxy Quest, which I love.
Oh my God,
that's the best Star Trek movie ever.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest. Yeah, that's a near perfect movie.
Victor says Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis. I remember watching that in the theaters. The pirate movie is what that is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Rennie Harlan directed.
That was her last big movie.
I love Gina Davis, man. Well, she's done fine, man. She's done TV lately and stuff.
She's done fine. Tom's just doing too many lines.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know what's going on. Craig says, so Michael, of course, you and I will love this. Craig says the original Star Wars trilogy.
Well, okay, Craig, you win the internet.
Yes. Also, you know what? Let me give a shout out to Craig because Craig is in Wales, so it is ridiculously early in the morning, and he's staying up watching this.
Oh my God,
Craig.
You're up that early for this? Oh my God!
He stayed up to watch it.
Oh wow! Wow. Well,
Craig, you're awesome.
Your answer wins the internet today.
Yes. Craig actually, since he's one of our patrons, he appears once a season on our show, so you'll be seeing him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jalou says Wonder Years. Yeah, all right, cool.
Oh, the old
All right,
Savage
lots of choices here.
Lots and lots.
All right, cool. I think we got a lot of good ones. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in there. Great choices. Everybody else has awesome choices in this
And
chat.
the best Fred Savage movie of all time.
Oh, The Wizard.
No. Princess Bride.
Princess
Oh,
Bride
of
is
course,
the
The
best
Princess Bride, yes.
Fred Savage movie of all time. By Meathead.
You keep saying that. I do not think that means what you think it means.
Oh my God, that's my all-time favorite. So, folks, we're gonna do a geek. Let's geek it on here in a second, but just to let you know, something's obviously going on. I've been checking during the show. The page, I can't get Patreon to load right now. There must be some kind of thing going on with their site. So if that keeps up, we're just gonna do the after hours right here for everybody. Normally, it would obviously only be for patrons, but we'll institute that next week. I tested it before the show was working. Can you get it to come up for you?
Oh, it's down.
Yeah, there's an internal server error I'm getting. It worked before the show started fine, but there must be something going on Patreon site right now.
Did they decide to do their maintenance at midnight?
I don't know. I mean, I'm usually on their site really late at night, and it's usually fine. I don't think it's that. They don't usually ever go down for maintenance. It's just something that's going on. So anyway, folks, so we're just going to do it for everybody. You get some kind of bonus stuff today, folks, even if you're not a patron. But maybe it'll inspire you to become it. Thank you, folks, who did become patrons. Don't worry, we'll hopefully...
Just in case Tom wasn't enough of a bonus for you.
Right, exactly. His hair and chest and whatever. Cool. Too bad. I did all these tests.
Glorious.
We'll do it next week. All right. Now, someone just mentioned Jurassic Park. Necrodius did. Yes, Jurassic Park isn't a great one. I can watch that movie a million times.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy says, ooh, I heart the Princess Bride.
Yay, Tammy.
Vervatos Vex finds it glorious.
All right. So, Francis, why don't you tell them about our next game?
What's in that bottle you're drinking?
I know, right? All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go into the after hours section of the show with Let's...
No, not yet. We're not in after hours.
No. I know, but it's still... Come on, the game's a little after hours, if you want to say.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I see what you're doing.
You know?
I got you.
We'll be playing some fictional characters on a dating game, answering questions as our characters. The person asking the question has to try to figure out who we are. And we're going to need suggestions from you guys in the audience for people we can play, and you too can guess at home. There you go.
Oh, man, you are like making people get wet in the chat probably.
I need to take a shower.
I feel so dirty.
I feel so dirty. Shower.
Yikes! I gotta get my breast here again. Yes, thank you. Get the paper rubbed.
Yeah.
So yes, what Fran's going to do, Michael is going to be asking us some dating questions. He's going to be like the contestant. The three of us, Tom, Francis, and myself, are going to play fictional characters. Tom is just going to come up with one of his own choosing because he can't see the chat right now, I don't think. So just, Tom, come up with whatever you like. Not too obscure, ideally. What character you want to play in this? What fictional character? A real character? Folks, now we need real fictional characters like Indiana Jones or Xena, stuff like that. Not like made-up ones like you did earlier. And then Francis and I will choose some of these ones.
The guy that wanted the Rangers on wasn't it there?
Rescue Rangers.
Who was that? He was listing all the characters. Well, there was somebody.
He can mention Rescue Rangers now, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
But Francis and I will choose some random ones that you guys put in the chat. By the way, Rachel, you kill me. Rachel says, "Dude, Jeff, don't talk about getting wet." Just, you know what, Tom? Just tell your wife to go to sleep, and she should not be hearing any of this.
I'm not in control of her. She does what she wants.
I know. Of course.
I'm happy she puts up with my ass.
Okay, good.
We're happy too.
We're happy too. Yes, absolutely. What a woman. Tammy says, "Wait, what are we supposed to do?" Okay, so Tammy, we just need fictional character suggestions. Any fictional character from any show, any movie, any book, whatever you want to do. Just throw those in the chat. So Francis and I will choose a couple of these people to be, one person each. We're not going to be multiple people at once, but that'd be fun.
No.
That'd be very difficult for Michael to guess.
I would say Legion.
Oh, that's smart. I get that. That's a good call. Tom is just going to make somebody up that he wants to be. I mean, pick a fictional character he wants to be.
Just keep it until the end.
Yes, keep it. We're going to keep it a secret because Michael's going to see if he can guess who we are from the questions he asked.
How many questions am I asking?
So we usually ask 2 to 3 per. I mean,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
my
can have,
figure.
You can have the same question for everybody if you want, or do different questions. It's up to you.
Yes. Okay. All right.
All right. I'm not going to read the choices off right now, obviously, because we're not going to give away what we're going to be. Do you see any choices you like there, Francis?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, good.
Can you message me and Skype Francis who you're going to be so I don't pick the same one as you? Don't do that because he'll see it. Don't do that.
Because then I'll
Don't do
see
that.
it.
You're right.
I have to go on Facebook.
Message me on Facebook. Thank you.
I'm hoping I don't pick what you guys are doing out of random.
Okay.
Well, that would be hilarious if you do.
Yeah,
so
me.
just so I know, contestant 1, contestant number 2, on my screen, Francis is going to be 1 because he's in the top.
Nope.
Jeff is number 2, and Tom is number 3. Just so when I say contestant number 1, okay. So
okay, that sounds.
That's
good.
how I'm numbering. That's how I'm numbering you guys.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I've just labeled you.
I'll be number 1.
I know. You're his number 1, Francis.
I'll be number.
I'm number 3.
Well, with that voice, hell yeah.
All right. I knew you were gonna. That was one of the 2 I guessed you were gonna take, Francis.
All right.
Let's see here.
Tom, do you know who you're going to be?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, great.
You're welcome.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
All right, so we're good to go.
Thank you, everybody in the chat for those great suggestions, by the way.
Yes, thank you, everyone. I'll see if I can actually reveal how little I know about geek culture, because some of these may go way over my head, but we will see. So, contestant number 1.
Yes.
If we were going to go on a vacation together, just you and me, wherever it might be, where would you take me?
I would take you to a lovely planet. Maybe one that's a little warm. Because we like heat, don't we? We like the summertime. I'll take you to a nice, summery, hot planet. And we'll just relax along the beach. You and I. Just sipping our whatever we drink. I don't know. I don't drink coffee. But that's all I can say. That's all for now. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, contestant number 1. Now I really do need to take a cold shower. Okay, so contestant number 2.
Yeah, what do you want?
What do you do in your spare time? What are some of your hobbies?
Yeah, listen, so I also like to fly around in space like this other douchebag who just talked.
Hey.
I like to pull a lot of crimes, a lot of space capers. That's always fun. So if you like to do that, that's great. If you like, there's this guy I hang around with. He's always playing these damn 80s music. I don't really know what that is even. So anyway, that's a lot of fun.
All right, thank you. And my apologies to number 1.
What?
I don't think you're a. Well, we know the word he used. I don't think you're that number 1.
Thank you.
So, number 3, contestant number 3. If you were to sing me a song, please don't, but if you were to sing me a song, what song would you sing?
Well, you see, I'm being double time of my time when I get to tell you a song. I'm going to sing a song. It's going to be words coming out of my mouth, and just a little bit about harmony, a little bit of soliloquy, and I'll be romance the hell out of you.
All right, thank you, contestant number 3. Thank you very much.
What the fuck was that?
Okay. So when do I make my guesses? After I ask a few more questions?
One more question.
Okay. All right.
Contest.
Let's go back to contestant number 2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put you.
Good choice.
I'm gonna put you on the spot again, contestant number 2. Do you have parents? And if you do, and you were to take me home to them, what would happen?
I don't really know much about my parents. I don't talk about that. But I could bring you home to meet my crew with these bunch of I don't know, they're kind of right. They're kind of weird. I hope you like trees. That's a big, important part if you're going to hang out with me. And also, if you like green skiing ladies, that's also a big plus. And some other, I don't know, some other like muscly dudes, and I don't know what else the fuck those guys are doing. And then our leader, I don't know why he's a leader. He's a real fucking idiot. But anyway, I should be the real leader. So yeah, you can meet these guys.
Well, thank you, contestant number 2. Thank you for that. All right. Back to you, contestant number 1.
Yes.
So on this hot planet where we've gone for vacation, if you were, what kind of a meal would you cook me for dinner?
Well, I would make you some steak. I don't know. I have no. I am not.
You guys all lose. I'm going with number 1 right now with that voice, and he's gonna cook me steak. I'm sold, man.
Oh my god! and for dessert, some yogurt, maybe. We can have that. It's all fine. Look, all I know is that when we go there, we'll have a lovely, lovely time. I'll float things to you with my little magical powers, and I'll be able to, maybe introduce you to my children. They're older now. I'm not really close to them, but they're nice, sort of. One's a little obnoxious. I had to yell at her once when she entered my ship. It was a little awkward. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that if you don't mind having a few kids around.
Well, thank you, contestant number 1. Thank you very much.
This guy sounds like a real tool.
Now, don't. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Well, contestant number 3. What's a good question? Do you kiss on the first date?
I've been known the time to talk to the ladies and put my tongue down the throat, and then they come back to me and they just sort of slap me, and that's where they then do it. And they go to the end of the bar, get another lady that they talk to, and we're going to take her home, and then boom.
Thank you, contestant number 3. That was very informative. And all right.
All right. Do you want to make your guesses?
Okay. Well, yes, I do, because I'm not sure if another question is going to help me with one of them. I don't think I know who one of them is. So
okay.
I'm pretty certain, and I know I'm going to get the name wrong, but I think contestant number 3 is, and I cannot remember the name of the character, but he's the dude from King of the Hill.
Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
Right?
Boomhauer. Yes, Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Was that who they
were? Got it right away in the chat, by the way. Good job, listeners, mate.
Well, they're much better than I am because I couldn't even remember it. And number, I would be a complete moron if I didn't recognize Rocket Raccoon. So
Rocket.
Recognize him to be a complete moron.
A lot of people got that.
Because that one was so fed to me, it was like. I was like, let's not make Michael look like a complete idiot. So I'm going to help him get at least one of them right.
Trying to help you out, man. But yeah, Craig and Tammy, and they got that. Although I love that listeners made. Hang on. Said I was going to say Jeff was Oscar the Grouch.
That would have been a trash can. Yeah.
One. No,
that's the count.
That's Oscar. What the hell?
One stupid trash can.
One piece of trash. Two. All right, who is Francis?
Okay, Francis is the one I have to say I'm.
Hey, you want to do one more question for him?
Okay, one more question.
I want you to get this one, and I know Chaz and Tammy are getting it. That's good.
All right. Well, okay, this is gonna be really hard.
Give him a really good question.
What? All right, contestant number 1. What are some of your likes and some of your dislikes? What do you love and what do you not love?
Well, I'm into BDSM. Choking. I like to boss people around. I like to be subservient to my master. Stuff like that. I also like to wave around my vibrating stick every once in a while.
Wait, are you supposed to be Darth Vader? I only put that together with the wavy around stick, and then I suddenly realized the kids he was talking about. Holy crap, it's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Well,
As you were late earlier, Francis, Tammy said, "Dude, you tortured your daughter."
Yeah, that's what was awkward. It was awkward. My experience with my daughter was awkward. That's why I heard.
you used the word awkward. Tammy used the word torture. So you know,
Rachel says,
it's a fine line.
It is. Yeah.
Rachel in the chat says, "Hey, don't stop waving that vibrating stick."
It's a it sounds like a vibrating stick.
Oh my god!
Good job, Rachel. You broke Michael.
Oh man, there we go.
Oh my god, that one stopped the show.
That hurt.
Thank you,
Rachel. You win.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know where to go from that.
Well, you know what? We're gonna
Thankfully,
go to,
Jeff has to because he's the host.
Yes, we're gonna go to SGU After Hours. That's what we're gonna do.
Ba, ba, ba.
Oh,
Wow,
now we
is
get
that
the
is that our
voice.
theme song for it?
I
Get the voice. We get the voice again, though, right?
Yeah, you want to do it, Francis?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're about to enter the SGU After Hours with your host, Jeff Burns. Take it, Jeff.
All right, and lots of vibrating sticks.
Woo! Rachel,
With that
step
vibe.
away from the keyboard.
Right.
Tom, come on. You're going to drive Rachel crazy with what you're doing here. Let's settle down. Will you,
I'll be right back.
Just show,
Oh.
yeah, show us your nose hairs. That's good. All right. All right, folks. So again, because Patreon's acting up, so we're just going to do this for everybody today. So here for our after hours, what we're going to start off with is what movie did you see as a kid and envision yourself in that world, and what were you doing there? Like, at least for me, I know as I was a kid, I would certain movies, of course, and then I was so enchanted by them, I would I would constantly be thinking about them after I saw it, and like imagine if I was there in the world with these characters and what I'd be doing. So that's our question. You know, like what, and you know, whatever, kid, teenager, whatever you want to talk about. But like when you were younger, you know, what did you see, and you were kind of like so enchanted by it, you envisioned yourself there, and what were you doing in there? Michael, I might know what your answer is going to be, but let's start with you.
Actually, I'm going to go back a little further than what you
cool.
think my answer is going to be. Because I'm going to do a real throwback. Because I remember actually, you know, doing make-believe stuff. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. But the first time I actually ever remember seeing a show and a show becoming so enamored of a show and wanting to think I was in the show was the 1970s TV series The Hardy Boys.
Oh my God, there was a 70s Hardy Boys?
What?
You've never seen it?
No, but I was a huge I read all the Nancy Drew books, I know the Hardy Boys.
I read all the Hardy Boys books before the TV series came out, and then the TV series came out. It had Sean Cassidy and oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember. I'm blanking on his name. The actor that played Frank Hardy, and there was a guy at school. We were both in the Hardy Boys, and we used to write stories and pretend we were Frank and Joe Hardy.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
That's
Wow.
a great choice.
Yeah.
So that, and then of course Star Wars eventually took that over when I was 11 and I saw Star Wars, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Ariel had earlier because she's a huge Sense8 fan. She said she sent you a message on Twitter because she was excited that there was another Sense8.
Yay! Yay! I'll look for that. Thank you, Ariel.
Tammy says, OMG, love the Hardy Boys, Sean Cassidy and Parker Stevenson.
Parker Stevenson. Yeah, that's it.
Parker Stevenson.
I cannot believe I couldn't remember his name. Yeah.
Oh, Parker
Ariel,
Lewis can't lose.
Was he that too?
What?
Or is that just your choice?
He
I don't know.
I don't know what Tom
He
said.
can't hear us.
for the question, so he doesn't know what the question is.
He did.
What's
I
the
think he
question?
heard it before he left.
Oh, did? Oh.
Anyway, Ariella says, The Little Mermaid, The Last Unicorn, Secret of Nim, or some of hers. Excellent.
Those are great.
Chaz's
Secret of Nim. Oh my God, wow.
Chaz's is Star Wars in the
Sure.
chat. I think a lot of people absolutely. Rachel says, and Francis, you can help me with the pronunciation maybe if I mess it up. When I was a kid, I imagined being in the never-ending story making out with Atreyu.
Atreyu, yeah,
That's
Atreyu.
how you say it? Okay,
The horse?
Yes.
The
No,
horse?
Atreyu is the boy.
Artax.
Atreyu is the boy.
Horse.
The horse. Hey, wait a minute. Bit of trivia, and this is all related to Broken Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the trivia that relates Broken Swords, the last in line, to her answer? No, nobody's gonna know this. I mean, only if Sean were actually listening would he know what this is. What is it? What is it?
Your cat's name is Atreyu.
No. Sean's camera. Every red camera is named and has its own specific individual name, and his is Falcor.
Oh, nice.
Wait, you mean he named it that, or the actual company names?
No, an owner of every red camera gets with the serial number. When they buy the camera, that serial number is registered with that name, and that camera is always known with that particular name.
Oh, but he got to name it.
Yeah, and his is named Falcor.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's very cool.
That's great.
Oh, that's right. Your cat's name's Aramis.
Naramis.
Aramis.
Yes. Just nod and move on.
That's great, Rachel. Though Never Ending Story is actually one of my choices.
It's wonderful. Oh God, and yeah, that swamp scene. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Artax.
Lister's mate says Star Trek, and you know why. I do know why, because he brings up Orion slave girls on every show. So yes, I know where you're going with that, sir. Tammy says Wonder Woman, which I love. Linda Carter
Wonder Woman.
Linda Carter Wonder Woman, and she was my first crush, one of them. And I wanted to be an Amazon who came over to the man's world to help her. Hey, that's cool. I like that, Tammy.
Awesome. Very nice.
Victor mentions another one of my favorite shows, Knight Rider, and he says I was Car. Car was the evil kind of version of Kit.
Yeah.
What was the truck's name? Do you guys remember the truck's name?
Well, Car was a truck at 1.2, I believe.
Oh, I thought the truck was a different name. Okay.
Maybe not. I thought Car. I don't know. I gotta watch it again.
I know there's a truck in there too that fights Kit.
Tell us, folks, what about that? You probably know more better than us.
Sure. Yeah.
There is some truck. You're right, though, like an evil truck.
Yeah.
Using. Let's see. Rachel says the horse was Artax. I ain't weird enough to make out with a horse, dude. All right, even you went too far for her.
Oh my God.
Tammy says also Star Trek, but she wants to hang out with Spock and Uhura. Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Chaz, well, actually, if we're talking about putting myself in the show, it would be the 69 Batman. I would turn my stroller upside down, sit inside the wheels, and pretend I was driving the Batmobile. That's great.
That is fantastic. That's awesome, yeah.
Lister's mate says, I bet Michael watched The Amazing Cosmic Awareness of Duffy Moon when he was younger.
Oh my God, no. What is this?
I don't know it either. The Amazing Cosmic Awareness of Duffy Moon.
I don't know, but just that title alone, I got to write that down.
Craig says the X-Men animated series from the 90s. I was Gambit and was dating Rogue. Oh, that's what I want to do, man. That's a great choice. It's so problematic, but I still do it.
Wait a minute. Can you tell me what that's the Amazing
Cosmic Awareness of Duffy Moon.
Wow.
All right.
Wait a minute. No. I do know what this is.
All right,
It was a really short run series in like the like 74, 75, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. Again, so we'll have to wait for the chat for him to tell us. I can't tell you right now.
I think when I go look this up, I have seen the show. I think if I look it up, I will.
Francis, you were totally right. It was not Car was not the truck. The truck was Goliath, according to
Goliath.
Tammy. That's totally right. Very good, Tammy.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Tammy was also crushing on David Bowie in Labyrinth despite the age gap. Well, no kidding, man. Those freaking tight pants. His package was like bursting out of the thing.
It wasn't. They were baggy. That was the problem.
Okay, but it was really tight around the crotch because his
I know
package was huge.
everything. It was. Oh man.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know what you guys were looking at.
I don't. Why were you paying attention to Jennifer Connelly or something? Why are you looking at her?
No.
Wow. Sure.
I'm looking at the Goblin King's package, man. All right.
Oh,
smell bad.
Ansem says Legends of the Hidden Temple. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, who doesn't want to run through the Hidden Temple, man?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. All right, well, let's see. What about, we got Michael's choice, right? Tom, what about you?
What's my question?
Okay, good. So you do need the question. I didn't know if you left. It's, what movie did you see as a kid and envision yourself in that world? And, like, what were you doing there?
My first movie that I saw in the drive-in theater was Porky's.
Oh, gee.
Oh, come on.
Dude. Nobody has to use their imagination on that. We all know we all live the life of Porky's.
All right, I think we know what you're doing. God.
I couldn't
All right, let me
resist
go
that
back
one.
to the chat.
Uh,
Ariella says Beastmaster in the original Clash of the Titans. Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that original Clash of the Titans. Wow, that does not age well though.
oh.
No!
Oh my God.
Oh, that gold
No.
bird is.
The gold bird still actually is great. I mean, that's Ray Harryhausen's stop motion animation, but just that's
Clay- the clay
it's
skin
very
on everybody.
I watched it after the remake. After I went and saw the remake, I watched.
Oh.
Yeah, and I still actually prefer the original one.
Mhm.
It's a better story.
Yeah.
Rachel says, I used to dream of being 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager.
Nice.
I'm gonna dream about that too, Rachel.
Yeah,
No,
when I
it's-
went through some things. Yeah, I even got a Borg tattoo on my back. She has shown me a picture of that. She does have a Borg
Nice.
tattoo on her back. Yeah. It's badass. And she also says, dude, who didn't look at David Bowie's package, okay? The Labyrinth.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I'm telling you. Oh,
I
Stu
really-
Crowley says,
I
this
think
looks
I-
like a job for the crotch sniffer.
Ah,
Oh.
The crotch
Crotch
sniffer.
sniffer.
yeah, can I get somebody call the crotch sniffer?
The crotch detector.
Crotch sniffer.
Detector. Yeah.
Crotch detector.
Crotch detector.
Oh, crotch detector. Yeah, whatever. I don't know my own characters.
All right. We mentioned Never Ending Story. Star Wars is another one of mine. I would totally want to be in Rogue Squadron.
Sure.
I think it's the coolest
Oh.
thing ever. And I kind of, you know what? I mean, X-Wings I love, but I actually kind of want to be in the Snow Speeders because I think they're so cool and badass.
Oh.
Which is which we actually first called them Herd Rogue Squadron, was at that point.
Mm.
But my overall answer, this is not going to be a surprise to Francis or people in the chat probably. I was exactly the right age for this movie. It was Willow. I love the movie Willow. It's so
Mad
good.
Mardigan.
I absolutely imagine myself in that world, like
Yeah.
Willow and Mad Mardigan and Sorsha.
Speaking of Willow, that's another one. Why is that not a franchise now?
It is. They're actually, Ron Howard is working on doing a TV series of Willow.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
I thought it was a sequel.
Yeah, he's trying to do a
I think
series
it's a
with
TV
it.
series, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's
and
like
I
a
think they're-
no-brainer.
Hey,
yeah, well, and actually,
one
George Lucas and Chris Claremont wrote a series of 3 books in the 90s
Uh-huh.
to continue the story. But yeah, this is the first time really they're actually doing any kind of movie or show thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you guys also appreciate that. I love that movie so much.
it's a great movie.
Thank you.
One of the characters I would like to be would be just a nameless random Asgardian in Agents of Shield.
Okay.
I mean, they brought in Peter McNichol to do it. How many of those are like him just floating around?
Yeah.
And every time I saw him in that episode, it's Vigo.
It's Vigo. It's Vigo. I actually
Vigo.
But you got to do it with that little. It's Vigo.
Vigo.
You know he does the. It's Vigo.
That's incredibly accurate.
It's Vigo.
Yeah, your impressions are way better than mine.
Yeah, but he was great in that. And to come off of that, be coming off of Dragon Slayer. No, not Dragon Slayer. What did he do right before that?
It wasn't Beastmaster.
No. That's Mark. I don't remember. Anyway.
Okay, so in the chat, Tammy says, I love Willow. Necrody says, Willow, one of my faves. All right, good. I'm glad you guys
Yeah.
also are digging it.
Yeah.
Rachel put something in the chat. I'm not sure where this came from, but she says, I've got a yum yum, you've got a penis. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
That sounds like a movie quote.
Is it?
A movie.
Oh, she
I've
put it in
got a
quotes. You're
yum
right, it
yum.
must be.
I've got a yum yum.
I mean,
You
I know
got
it's the
a.
book. You got a penis. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I wonder what movie that. Okay, tell us, Rachel. Now I want to know what that's from.
Tricks from
Is
a.
that Earth Girls Are Crazy? No.
It's a Bob's Burgers thing, apparently.
Oh, that was one of her answers earlier. It makes total sense.
Okay.
Bob's Burgers.
Is she the one that wanted to see Bob's Burgers made into a? Because Bob's Burgers came up earlier, right? Was that?
Yeah. I think she wanted to see that. Yeah. Or that was the one that made her happy after she watched it. It was
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Oh,
And,
yes.
now we know why. The quote says it all.
Exactly.
Tammy says Mark Singer was Beastmaster, and then
Mark-
he was in
Mark
V.
Singer.
Mark Singer.
I love the V 80s miniseries.
Yeah, I didn't see any
Willie.
of the remake.
Willie from V.
remake series they did, but I remember the original series.
The remake is actually very good.
Is it? I haven't seen any of that.
I wish they got more than 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But Mark Singer's great in V.
Yep.
Willie's better.
You love Willie.
Willie from V.
Willie Peter England?
No, Robert England.
Robert
Remember
England.
who Peter England is?
Looking, that's his brother, all right? Who did a lot of... I'm just making it up. I don't know.
That was awesome, dude.
That's so convenient.
That was great. You should have kept running with it. We'd all been like, really? That's his brother? Holy shit.
Two of them?
Yeah, the only thing Robert England did was that Freddy, the Nightmare thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But his brother Peter did all these other shows.
Right.
That'd have been awesome.
More
That'd have
famous.
been so awesome. And then a rumor would have been started, and somewhere Robert England gets this thing. What? Who the fuck is this Peter England they're talking about?
He's like, I'm going to come out super
Kill
geeked
him.
up to dispel this rumor. It's like, all right, good. Please do.
Oh, that.
Necrodia said, what about the amazing He-Man movie? So
Oh
I
yeah.
watched it as a kid.
Oh.
I rewatched it
Oh,
like a
The
month
Punisher.
or two ago.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph
You know
Lundgren,
what?
yeah.
And it actually
Punisher.
was not,
Yeah.
as I rewatched it, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Rewatching it as an adult. It's still
Really?
kind of fun. It's still kind of
Like,
fun.
I have Frank Langella as Skeletor.
I mean, it's so cheesy, but you know, if you take it for what it is, right?
I have not seen it since my original viewing of it when it came out, so I don't know how long it's
It's
aged.
a young Courtney Cox as well, isn't it?
That's right. Oh my God, that's right.
And
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but Courtney Cox's boyfriend in that is, I'm going to forget the actor's name, but it's the guy who played Robert Paris in Voyager.
Yes.
Tom Paris. I'm just making up names. Tom Paris
Yeah,
is what it
that's
is.
right.
Tom Paris.
I'm talking about everybody's brother who doesn't exist and not the
It's his brother. The character has a brother.
Maybe the great actor's name is Robert. Maybe that's where I got it from. I don't know. Anyway. All right, cool. Let's see. Francis, what about you? What's your answer to this question?
Oh, somebody good answers. So I'll just pick the one that I remember. My earliest is I either the Transformers being Spike and the Transformers. I would have loved to have been Spike.
Oh yeah.
Who was Spike?
Spike was the human that always got with the Transformers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a kid, a boy and a girl?
Sparkplug.
Sparkplug the girl.
Sparkplug and Spike were the humans.
Yeah. And then if I were going to movies, it would have to be The Navigator and Flight of the Navigator.
Oh yeah, Flight of the Navigator. Wow.
Go back in time, be able to
Yeah.
have Pee-wee as my best
And
friend.
that really cool ship with the Hoochie-Maku thing that they had, the device that they manipulated to
Uchimaku.
whatever it was. I don't remember what it was called. It's been years
Very
since I've seen that
different
movie.
than Flight of the Intruder.
Yes, very different than Flight of the Intruder.
I don't
Yeah.
know that one, but okay, I'll take your word for it on that one.
All right.
Yeah,
Any other ones people you guys got?
I'm good. I thought that was like you guys covered so many. It's like I can't beat a lot of those. Those are really good answers.
Yeah, you don't have to beat it, man. You just gotta.
In other words, and I can't be like those are would
Okay.
have answers as well.
I've got a question to make this sort of a reversal, just a slight reversal. Today, in the last 10 years, what's a movie that you would like in a world that you would like to be in, that you would see yourself being in?
In the last 10 years?
Oh Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because I don't want you to pick something
That
from your
wasn't-
childhood. I want it to be as an adult. What world?
That's
would
actually
you
not
want
the
to be
last 10 years, Francis. But unless you're going with
Well,
Hobbit, then you can
You're
sneak it
right.
in.
It's not the last 10 years. Yeah,
If you can sneak in the Hobbit, you can make it work, though.
the Hobbit. Yeah.
And that's
right.
still in the Lord of the Rings universe. Same thing.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be the last 10 years. I just mean as an adult.
Okay. As an adult.
So as an adult, now that you're an adult, if you had to answer this question based off of being asked it, you today, not when you were a kid,
yeah.
that you pretended to go, what would you do?
Before we get to that, though, let me get some other answers from the chat here. Craig says,
okay.
for film, first movie I ever watched in the cinnamon was Casper. Teaming up with Casper and dancing with Christina Ricci is what he would want to do.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. There's a lot of us that would like to do that.
Exactly.
Rachel says, I love Sarah Jessica Parker and Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
She also agrees with you. Lord of the Rings would be her choice, Francis, as an adult.
Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody
Wait,
else?
so it could be a movie from any time period, just as an adult,
You're an adult.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
or that you saw as an adult.
as that you saw as an adult, with your adult mentality now, not thinking back, when you were a kid, the things you loved as a kid.
Yeah.
Is essentially.
Well, I mean, I
when
totally
you-
still want to be in Star Wars. Absolutely, I've always been since
Okay.
since a kid till now, for sure.
Okay.
But go ahead, Tom. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when you think what movie I want to be in, with what I've known now, with what I've seen now, what would I would like to be in, and I think, and I this is a different part of me than most people want to hear. I want to be in The Walking Dead in real life, so I could just shoot the shit out of some stupid people.
Yeah,
I'm
not
supposed to say that out loud.
not the zombies, but the people.
He was turning clock.
I have never seen a single episode of that show.
No,
I haven't either.
I haven't.
just
I only saw the
excuse
first 5, and that was
people.
enough.
I've read the first 12 issues of the comic book, but I've not seen any of the TV show.
In the chat, Victor says, any Marvel movie so I can be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He wants to go along with Tom.
Good choice. Rachel also says she would also choose Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Love my Harley. You know it, Jeff. I know you do, Rachel. Absolutely. Harley. Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, yeah, that'd be cool hanging out with Harley Quinn.
I don't want to live in an area where there's a town like Gotham.
Yeah.
That's,
Well,
yes,
you're probably not going to like the place, the movie that I would choose then.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I would want to be Max in the Mad Max films.
Oh my god!
So
Now, that's my honest decision. That's my honest choice. But you know, my self-promoting choice would say, well, the Broken Swords, of course.
of course, no.
I mean, look, that was the obvious one. We don't need to even say
Okay.
that.
We didn't want
Okay.
to be in sense.
I just had to plug it, you know.
No, of course.
But yeah, I'd want to be Max. Max.
That's great.
Unsung hero, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my other choice, an adult. This is one of my favorite movies. I want to be Robin Hood in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I love that
Nice.
movie. I love time period, archery.
Yeah,
It's great. Everything's great. The adventure.
Michael Winnicott is a very underrated actor.
Oh, as Guy of Gisborne.
Well, period. I mean,
But in that movie, that's who he is.
yeah, Top Dollar and The Crow, and yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's great, man.
He's a wonderful actor. And he pops up in weird places, and you don't recognize him half the time. He's really underrated. Good actor.
Shelley Rudder says, I've seen all the Walking Dead, but would be Ruffian. Is that a character? Ruffian.
Ruffian?
I have no idea.
A movie
Or
with
maybe she's just going to be a ruffian.
Oh, is that part? Is that one of the groups? I guess.
Maybe. Probably. You're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Ariella said, interview with a vampire and Charmed, I'd be Piper.
Okay. I'm worried about Ariel.
Well,
why would
maybe
you
she
want-
wants to be a vampire.
I know.
And that's what worries you. Hey, I
No,
think
that's
vampires
awesome.
are cool, man.
Yeah, and that's an intriguing
I'm
world
with you. I
too.
love vampires, Ariella.
Anne Rice's novels. Have you read the novels?
Have you read the novels?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking specifically about those. I just love the vampires in general as like a
The mythos.
supernatural mythos. Yeah.
Oh yeah, vampires are so nice if you're using Twilight as a reference.
Well,
I'm not saying vampires are nice. I'm saying they are cool. Darth Vader is also not nice, but Darth Vader is like one of the coolest characters that's ever been on cinema, I think, right?
Well, we have to give him that, Tom.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, I base all of my vampires.
if you're gonna go evil, you want to go Darth Vader.
And I
So you guys
kinda
really don't like
go off-
vampires, huh? I really dig vampires, yeah.
Well, no, I do too. I mean, one of my favorite
Was
horror movies of
Dracula.
all time is Let the Right One In. But that's
Oh,
a really
that's a great movie.
creepy
Did
fucking
you see
vampire.
the original one or the American one?
That's no, I'm talking about the original.
The original one, great.
Yeah, I haven't seen the remake.
The remake is actually good, but the original is still the best. But yeah.
I like Fright Night,
Okay.
the original.
right, okay.
Chris
That's
Sarandon.
Yes, that's legit. Like, oh my
Welcome to Fright Night for real.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's been a lot of cool vampire stuff. I mean,
there
obviously
is. Yeah, no.
very bad vampire stuff too, of course, but yeah.
Gary Oldman's Dracula.
Yeah. There you go.
Have you guys seen Near Dark?
Oh, you know what? That's the movie
That's
it's on
it.
my
I
list,
haven't seen
and I
that one
still
yet.
haven't seen it. But
Oh my God! Early Catherine Bigelow. It's Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, Jeanette played Vasquez.
Said Bill Paxton. I'm sold.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie, and it was around the era of splatterpunk, so it's very bloody, very gory, very in your face. Great movie.
Yeah, I really thank you for mentioning that. I really want to see that movie.
Yeah.
Rachel says, I like this. The best vampire film is Lost Boys. I do love Lost Boys.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That was also when I was a kid. That was a great great movie. Craig says, if I can't pick Star Wars, then the Harry Potter series. I enjoyed the magic and potential of the world. That's another one, Craig. You're right. As an adult, I always wanted to go to Hogwarts. That's a great choice, Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Listener wants to go in the Superstore show so he can shop at Cloud 9. It would be a cool alternative to Walmart.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And Tammy says, Wonder Woman any day. She would want to be in that show and be Wonder Woman.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Well, you are to us, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice. Let's see here. All right. Tammy says in 1967, The Fearless Vampire Killers, the ballroom scene totally creeped me out.
Great movie. Great movie. Yep. Roman Polanski.
And Jalou had said Bruce Almighty, because I guess he could be God then, right?
God, yeah.
Might as well.
Evan Almighty.
That's who he'd want to be, not Bruce.
Or Evan Almighty.
I know he actually.
Evan.
Chosen by Morgan Freeman and Bruce Almighty. So he wants the God to choose.
Yeah, he wants to be God. Yeah.
No one.
I would have been Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who doesn't
be Morgan Freeman? Our world, be Morgan Freeman. There you go. Yeah.
Jalou
I
also
want
wants
to
to be
talk
the love
about
interest.
penguins.
What was that?
I want to talk about penguins.
That's the only reason he wants to be Morgan Freeman.
That's not him. That's his brother. You've never heard of his brother?
Robert
George Freeman.
Yes, right.
He gave up his boxing career to talk about penguins. It's George Freeman.
George Freeman.
Former world heavyweight champion George Freeman.
Right, related to both George Foreman and Morgan Freeman.
He was the stepson of the two and we're getting way in the weeds with this.
Rachel says, "Dude, my cat is watching you guys on my TV." Well, your cat has an excellent taste in entertainment, so thank
your cat is awesome.
Yeah, cat rocks. And Jalou says wants to be the love interest in Enchanted. I love that movie, Enchanted. That's great.
Oh, yeah, that's lovely. That's nice.
That's actually, that's a great movie also that just makes me feel good after watching it. Thanks, Jalou.
Yes.
Good old Amy Adams there.
Yes.
And, oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? I love this guy. We're just talking. Who's the actor?
James
Marsden.
James Marsden.
Yep.
Another very good underrated actor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. All right, cool. I think we got a lot of great choices again. Thanks, folks. Thanks for all those awesome answers.
That was fantastic.
All right. Hey, that is...
So many cool people watch this channel, man. Why did you have me on?
I appreciate them.
Why have you on? Because you guys are really cool, too.
Yeah, no. Not as cool. Not as cool as all your viewers, man.
Your viewers are way cooler.
Well, I agree. Our viewers are the coolest people on the planet. Thank you for recognizing that. I appreciate it. So there you go, guys. See, guys, everybody says how amazing you guys are. You guys rock. I agree. I think they're the best. So thank you guys in the chat for being so awesome. You guys rock. Oh, Rachel just says, I love James Marsden, Cyclops, X-Men, and she put a little smiley face with two hearts in the eyes. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
And they didn't do that character justice. Sorry. I had to get that out.
So they didn't do the character justice, you said?
No, they did not.
Oh, interesting. See, I liked him in the role, though. I really liked him in the role.
Yes, but they really, really whiffed on that character in that franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't worry, Disney's in control now. They'll reboot him.
Oh yeah,
probably. Yep. And James Marsden could have handled what they could have done with that character because he's a really good actor, very underrated.
All right, folks. Before we get out of here, once again, why don't we give some links out here? So, Michael, tell them once again, where can they find Broken Swords? BrokenSwordsForever.com and BombshellStudios.com. Those two websites, you can always look at either one of those two for information about them. And don't forget, you can always look it up on Amazon Prime to watch it video on demand as well. Thank you for your support, guys. Really appreciate it.
Woo!
All right. And Tom, what was your Instagram was?
You can find my Instagram at Tom_Gore_actor on the Instagram, and look me up on IMDb to follow along with what my latest movie I'm doing is.
Yeah, and he does a lot of movies, folks, from his IMDb page. I looked
and his Tinder account is Sexy Hairs.
Oh my god.
I was actually going to ask, do you have a lot of hair photos on Instagram? Do you do a lot of those?
I do. I'm still growing it out. I don't think I could pull off actual making sure I get enough income as a hair model for L'Oreal, but I pitched it to them and I haven't gotten any word back. I'm pretty sure the marketing is just laughing every time they open the page and they just pass it around because I know that these locks are just so luxurious and glorious that one day one of these shampoo companies or these hair dye companies is just going to come in, fall in love, and I won't have to work anymore. I'll just have people massaging my scalp and playing with my hair.
Absolutely.
Denise doesn't do that already? Denise doesn't do that already?
She's about to throw stuff at me.
Rachel says, don't stop growing it.
Well, you need to watch The Last in Line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's a lot of hair there.
It's much longer than that.
Yeah, and again, folks, here's actually a picture of him on the screen right now in the last line. You're right there, as well as the links you can check out, of course.
At.
All right, and then Ariella says, by the way, that pass on to Michael. I followed him on Twitter. There you go. There's a new follower for you.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank you very much. I will follow you back as soon as I get off here.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so Francis, where can they find you when you're not here?
All of my stuff that I do podcast-wise, and this too, sinceresarcasm.net is the website, and I'm at AKA the other guy on Twitter and on Instagram. So check me out there.
Doing your sexy voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to do it in your sexy voice.
Yes.
I'll do it. Yeah. The listeners may keep saying I sound like Sulu, so I'll go, oh my.
Nice.
On Twitter. So, yeah.
God.
Remember, folks, on your screen right now, if you want to, we have a text code. If you want to get some free comics and RPG digital books from Evil Hat Productions, you can text
From Evil Hat? No kidding?
Yeah, sorry. I'll tell you in a second. Let me get the text code.
I'm sorry. That's awesome.
No problem. Text SGU to 22828. SGU to 22828. I'll send you my Super Knocked Up comic book, but also Evil Hat Productions, who we have a relationship with. They provide a lot of prizes for us when we go to cons and stuff. They'll send you some digital stuff for free if you sign up there. They make the fake games, which is like probably my favorite system right now. They make a lot of really cool games. So you can check that out. Again, folks, our Patreon is patreon.com/supergeekedup. Again, thank you guys. There's been so much support the last couple of weeks with new people signing up. Thank you so much to those guys. Thank you to everybody who's already been our supporter, like Victor and Francis here. You guys rock. Remember, as long as Patreon's working next week, we will go to a Patreon-only after-hours thing at the end of the show. Of course, the rest of the show will always be for everybody, free for everybody to check out. But any amount is always super helpful. We really appreciate your support very much. All right. So huge thanks to Michael and Tom. Thank you guys for being awesome guests.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the opportunity.
All right.
It was a fun time.
Thank you to Mr. Baker, a.k.a. Francis.
Sexy voice.
Yeah,
Sexy voice.
Thank you for paper crinkling.
Oh,
Yes, great. And of course, huge thanks to all you guys who are watching. Thank you for all your amazing comments and your help with the games. Thank you for sticking around with us the whole show. If you're watching in post, thank you. We love you all the same, and we appreciate you watching. And please feel free to put your comments in the chat to the answers. I always read them all afterhand, and I'll respond to you guys if you're watching in post. Please, hey, if you have some friends who might like our stuff, please tell them about Super Geeked Up. We're at Super Geeked Up on YouTube. You can tell them to subscribe to us. Check us out there, and that's also us on Twitter as well. You can give us a follow. All right, folks, thank you so much. I hope you had fun. We will see you next week at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Our guest will be Tom Hines from the new game Supernova Smash. So we'll have him on, and we'll have some geeky fun. So hope everybody has a great week. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Stay geeky.